Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and MVs, to the start of our Valorant first game of the season here at Valpo. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host.
Geosaurus.
And we are taking on today Illinois Wesleyan. Obviously, first game of the season, little season opener for our Valorant team. So extremely excited here in the booth. You know, we've been waiting on this all summer. So team back in action, gonna be able to kick back into it. So hopefully, gonna be a good match today, right? As we take a look at our Valorant roster for today, we have Egg, Johan, Gamer Films, Artie Party, and Ramon, all in their respective categories. So should be an exciting team. A little bit of a mix-up from last year, but you should see a couple of familiar faces. But all are good and well. I know that they've been practicing. We've had a couple of roster switch-ups, a couple of just switch-ups in general for like coaching staff and things like that. So this team has been shaking, shaking, shaking. Hopefully, going to get back on their feet today to be able to face off against Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, I mean, three-fifths are returning from last year with Egg, Gamer Films, and Johan. Ramon, funny enough, from the Overwatch team, a little bit of that mix and match we
Yeah,
talked
no,
about, made the switch to Valorant this year.
feels so
Um,
weird seeing him here because I know
it is.
Ramon was DPS as well for the Overwatch team, so seeing him on this Valorant team, it's kind of tripping me out.
Yeah. Artie Party, only new to the program player, actually, funny enough, on the entire
Yeah,
team, not counting subs and stuff. But I think a great addition for them, skill wise, gonna come in, playing that sentinel role, so gonna
yep,
kind of help not IGL the team, but pull them back when need be. So kind of like a secondary IGL almost. But
yeah.
we do actually have map information here going into this series. So we're gonna take a look at the maps for the series. Map one is going to be Ascent. We are going to start off attacking, I believe, on Ascent. Map two is going to be Haven, and then if we do end up getting to that map three, since it's best of three, we'll be going over to Lotus. I believe we also start attack on Haven.
Mm.
I got no clue what's happening on Lotus, but
Well, I mean, we'll see it as we get into it, anyways. But
yeah.
it's kind of funny because map-wise, we're going from my favorite map to least favorite map.
Oh,
So we're
really?
slowly descending in order as we play, which is kind of exciting. But no, it'll be fun to watch, right? Like you said,
Mhm.
obviously adding a couple of new players to the team, right? Especially playing in that Sentinel role. Obviously, you're not the IGL, but you are kind of an anchor. Right, so
Mm.
getting to learn a new team and being the anchor for that team is never an easy task. So I'll be really excited to see how they kind of morph and adapt going into this game, especially knowing that, I had the season opener for Valorant last semester as well. So this is almost just a little return to form. So I'm excited about that. But we did have one player on the enemy team's PC crash. So we are actually, we can take a quick BRB and we will catch you guys at the start of this first match. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of this Ascent map here for Valpo Esports for Valorant. Obviously, going to be locking in a couple of our picks here. We're seeing Gamer Films lock in that Sova, right? Really, really strong this patch. I feel like a lot of picks you can't go wrong with, but Sova and Jet definitely the two strongest. I feel like on that right side team. Can't overlook obviously the Omen being a comfort pick for Egg. I know that Egg like to kind of lock that smokes, especially for setting up this team. I'm just excited to see how we get aggressive. I know that a big issue last year was kind of being able to send in duelists and not having the backup for it. So obviously you have Sova, a little bit more of a setup initiator, somebody that can get around those angles, give you kind of that info, and enable Jet to dash to those weird corners. So we've seen those weird B-side attacks. So I'm really excited to see how they want to try and take this. Obviously, 15 seconds left on the clock, so we're gonna be locking in real soon here.
Yeah. A couple of mirrors here. With the Killjoy, the Omen, pretty standard for Ascent. Jet even. I think for a while, Waylay, just being new, was being played on Ascent, but it seems we've gone back to old reliable. Sova, I think double initiator is interesting, starting off on the defender side for Illinois Wesleyan. Definitely really wasn't expecting that. You would expect someone to start on the defensive side to maybe have something like double controller or double sentinel, but they must be confident with their defense or they're going to get aggressive here. So it'll be interesting to see if Valparaiso does kind of identify that going into it. They'll have to definitely be prepared because this comp to me says aggression.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to. I'm with it. We gotta see where Valorant, not where Valorant, but where Valpo wants to take it on this first push. And it looks like they're gonna be posturing towards A here. Gonna send Killjoy over to this B site just to set up a little bit of backdoor reassurance. Make sure that you can hold mid as well as doors drop. And should be excited to go. I mean, 10 seconds into our season opener, we're getting ready to go. There it is. I check up the scan. I see, there's so many cosmetics that I just am not ready for. Immediate knife out on A door here. I just back up a little bit. A really, really nice fade smoke here. We're going to be able to detect it at least a little bit. Now backing up, Valpo's push is a little bit slow. They're going to take in the Sova drone on round 1 as well, which is a pretty hefty buy, but I like it. Need to use that info. Going to smoke out doors as well. Still looking onto the site. You get the molly out from KO, so it is a big cooldown down, and one drop already. Artie Party does fall on the backside, so now Valpo's going to have to be a little bit careful. Johan pushing up, going to be able to find the first one. Looking in heaven here as doors close. They're going to try and break that out. Killjoy still stuck on this heaven here as Egg looks for the plant. Now we're going to be playing post-plant, pushing back to the site. You gotta be careful. I mean, you have 2 up. You have Sova Dart up and ready to go. You have Johan not checking heaven right now to peek out. Ramon stuck in the corner. Ramon gonna fall out. Johan also falls out, and now the push is on Illinois Wesleyan. Gonna be able to fall down. They're dropping into hell. Gonna be able to drop both, and that is going to be Valpo falling down with a really, really nice post-plant defense there coming from the side of Illinois Wesleyan. And that's the first round.
Yeah, I mean, Valpo got onto the site with Artie Party dying on the opposite side of the map, but I mean, once the Lurk Sentinel dies on attack, I mean, it's pretty safe to assume that that they're going the other way, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one else is going to be on that side of the map with Killjoy, so the instant rotate, I mean, there was 5 people there that Valpo had to deal with. They did get onto site, we got that control, but the post-plant hold was not there. We were not able to really do anything once that bomb was down. I think maybe one defender dropped from that point, but pretty clean out of Illinois Wesleyan. Is the first round. Gonna go into a
huge snipe over mid there. Gonna be able to drop one, and that's gonna be an advantage to Illinois Wesleyan. No, like you were saying, I mean, when your lurking sentinel drops, Valpo kind of just had to send it onto that side. As you're gonna see, they're gonna 3-man walk up mid through here, looking to at least send out the fade. Gonna get that info. There is going to be one through the side, but Killjoy picks up another one straight through the head. Ramon dropping as well. Now there's 2 down for the side of Valpo. They kind of sent everything into this push. Artie Party lurking on the side, going to be able to drop one at least. They are going to trade out a little bit. Sova's still sitting in the corner. Sova crouching underneath that head, not going to be able to find the tap. A Bulldog purchase for Sova as well as paying off strong here with the triple kill for Illinois Wesleyan. Right down mid, and the push just kind of killed for Valpo.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the scoreboard. It's a 2-man show right now for Illinois Wesleyan. It's literally been Sova and Killjoy the entire time. I mean, Omen and Jet aren't even on the board, right? So I think, if we could just avoid dying to Killjoy right off the bat, that's 2 rounds in a row. Not going to be great. The economy's here, full buy for Valpo. A little bit of
right here.
A partial buy. Doesn't look like too much is getting invested here out of Illinois Wesleyan going into round 3, but this is pivotal. I mean, if Valpo loses this, the economy gets shattered and it gets rough.
That's the rough part about buying regen shield here, especially knowing you're facing Phantom Vandal, is it's kind of just you have to send it for any chance at defense here. As you're going to see Johan push onto point here, full shield, full Vandal, getting ready to rock his egg, immediately going to plant this down. Sova drone coming up through heaven here, looking around the smoke, not going to be able to ping anybody as it's taken down by Johan, and now Valpo is already playing post plant. There's the presence immediately knocked out by KO knife. There's Ramon sitting up in this corner again. We're going to see if they have better pressure over heaven as Omen smoke comes through. Artie Party being able to find the first lurk on the side, and Gamer Films find the second one. Egg with a quick double as well. And that's going to be a cleared point, a flawless round there for Valpo, especially with the econ that they took. That's going to be huge for them getting back into this early game.
Yeah, I mean, huge round there out of Egg. Really pulled that around. Artie Party did turn around off that alarm bot trick by the other Killjoy. You know, you kind of know what your mirror matchup's going to be looking forward to do. Was kind of ready for someone to be behind, but I mean, absolutely flawless. I mean, not much you can say about what Valpo did there. Best case scenario, I mean, the economy has not crashed. We will be able to make it into round 4 here with full buys still, full util. And Illinois Wesleyan is going to fully commit on this buy. So going into this round, I mean, this might be a momentum switcher. I know it'll only be 2-2 if Valpo wins this, but money will be absolutely worthless for Illinois Wesleyan.
I mean, I like what Valpo's been doing, especially just kind of full sending it onto these sites. I mean, you're playing into this double initiator as Johan drops 2 as a trade for 1. It's going to be a 4v3 going onto this A objective again. Dart still pushing out. Artie Party going to be able to drop the recall here as you have both Omens at doors here looking for some kind of fight. Egg getting chunked out, but the door going to fall. Killjoy getting the first one here. Going to trade it out to 3v3. On point, Artie Party gets the first peek over heaven. Look for the second one over Sova. Finds the second one on the head tap. And now all you have to play with is doors. You see Omen coming around this corner. Egg still holding it, waiting for the peek. Yuri almost 1 health, so at this point might be looking to back up, try and get 1 pick before coming back in, because 2 health is not exactly the best thing you want to go into with a 1v3. But Valpo, like I was saying pre-match, or pre-round, excuse me, Valpo doing this kind of full send just initiative is really nice into 2 initiators because you don't let them gather info. Right, with Sova KO, the nice thing is that you have pre-round info instantly. As you're going to see Yuri pick up 1 right there as the round drops. Valpo being able to tie it up 2 for 2, but at least knocking out Egg's weapon and being able to pick it up because all Yuri had was Guardian that round. So a little bit of an econ save. It's the small victories for Illinois Wesleyan, but the bigger victory going to Valpo, tying up this 2-2. So we have to be careful here. I mean, obviously initiators. Now that they've pushed their luck tying it up, they're going to swap it up a little bit here. And I think, yeah, Illinois Wesleyan just kind of still scared of that A push. So sending 3 to that side, having Omen cover mid, I think this is a good time for Valpo to switch it up a little bit. As you're going to see Omen with ult, holding the spike. Egg just going to be able to pull it. They're going to see what kind of abilities are moved. Smoked off mid as well for Illinois Wesleyan. They're looking for the push. Johan immediately dashes onto B site here, closes the doors from the corner. Although Zixtrace is able to find 2. That's going to be a huge shot for Valpo as that slows their push. Oh my goodness! That is 4. Coming out the side, the whole push is just dead as you're going to see all 5 now rotate onto B site, and Egg is left alone here. Going to be able to save the ult at least, but just drop a point off, get a couple of econ resources back onto your team. So, you know, can't complain about that. And where did that teleport go? All right, hey, teleport's down. We're going to be able to smoke off heaven here. As you can see, they're going to make their slow approach. 1v5. I believe in my team. I believe in my hero. He's peeking it. He's peeking it. There it is. There's 1. Hey, you drop 1. You drop 1.
Yeah.
You drop 1 and you get plant economy from it. Not the worst way to finish out. Oh. Hello.
I don't know what that was. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but that was great.
You know, they added replay just recently to this game. So you can never really expect much, I'm gonna be honest, but
small indie company,
yes sir. As a League of Legends player myself, I get it, man. But now 3-2, Illinois Wesleyan again, kind of banking on Killjoy's performance here for a lot of these early rounds. Just been shredding, especially on a lot of these pushes. So just gotta take a check. Obviously, you know, we're full econ for both teams, but I think if Valpo loses this round here, they're in a much worse spot because Illinois Wesleyan kind of sitting on a big bank right now. As you're gonna see Jet peeking with the op here. Oh, misses the first shot there as KO doesn't find anybody and loses to Johan pushing up aggressively. They're going to be able to trade 1-for-1, but obviously losing op there is huge for them.
Did Valparaiso pick the op up? They ran in there. I'm not sure if
Well,
someone was
if
on a
Johan
low
did, they are dead.
Nah. The attacker Killjoy is going to come down. It looks like Valpo does want to commit onto this B site, teleport in, but the spray through the smoke. Very unfortunate.
You saw he got that one and went back in for a second one.
Yeah.
He wanted it. As you can see, 3 drop down onto point here. They are pushing around B. Going to try and take angles here. Zitra's looking for the wallbang. Not going to be able to find the kill, but it is going to be able to get Egg around the corner. And that's going to be 2 for Yuri as Valpo loses another push on this site. It's rough because you take these 1-for-1 trades, but then on that very, very setup as you're planting, you just don't have the angles that you want. They're just peeking from sides you aren't ready for.
Yeah, I mean, this entire game so far has been a hero round after hero round out of Illinois Wesleyan. There's not really been much teamwork needed. It's kind of just been they've took their turns. You know, Yuri gets 3, Killjoy gets 4, you know, Sova gets 3, KO gets 3 in this last round. I mean, as long as Valpo can stop that, you know, shut down whoever it is at the beginning of the round that's in the great spot. Like right now, it looks like it's going to be probably Sova. As they are making their way up Cat into the tree area. But this Odin could be dangerous if they get in here.
This is my least favorite thing about Ascent. Odin Doors, or Odin Cubby is actually killer. I hate this thing so much. But I mean, obviously you're pushing around mid. Gonna try and just look for it. I need to see where they want to angle it. They're probably just basing it off of the Sova drone here. As it does spot KO in the corner, you're gonna see Egg immediately smoke off the mid. They're looking for a play here. KO pops around the side, gonna be able to peek out Artie Party. Johan also drops the op as well. A huge flash from Bryce, and that's going to just shut down the push down mid. That's a flawless round, 5-0 for Illinois Wesleyan. Again, just I feel like a little bit of miscommunication there because you saw Egg pulled out blind walking through as Artie Party was peeking around the side looking for util, and KO just popped him immediately right there. And from that point on, they were so scattered you just didn't have ability lineups.
Yeah, I mean, Egg definitely thought that KO was leaving. Was not expecting a re-swing at all, which is a little interesting because, you know, why would they give you the market space that easily?
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of got to be ready for something like that, but definitely got caught with util out, which is very unfortunate. This dart could be huge out of Sova.
Ooh.
It gets broken. Oh, it still does spam.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's 1-for-1. We'll take that. Johan being able to head tap straight through the smoke as Gecko takes another one. Johan's been trading 1-for-1 pretty consistently in these rounds, but again, Illinois Wesleyan has just had 1 or 2 players popping off. As you see Zictrix pop another kill here down mid, and Bryce gets a 3rd one. Valpo now in a 2v4. 3 ults up for the side of Illinois Wesleyan, so looking a little bit rough here. I want to see how they play this econ. Obviously Sova with Spike here. You have Killjoy coming around the mid. You have to look for flank a little bit. Egg looking to pop something, but smoke comes up through the wall. You're gonna have to look for some kind of blind and push in. It looked like he smoked through doors. Maybe blinding through
This is gonna get
lineup
rough.
here, yeah.
Killjoy is on top of them. I mean,
they spent so much time just trying to set up this push here that Killjoy's made it all the way through mid and back around. As you're gonna see the first peek, Egg gonna be able to drop Killjoy from behind, but the op is gonna trade 1-for-1, and then that's gonna be another kill to Yuri. At least you took down 2 that round, but Illinois Wesleyan really starting to catch up in tempo.
Yeah, I think Illinois Wesleyan, kind of economy-wise, has hit their groove. They're probably not going to need to be worried unless things get abysmal. Valpo's definitely going to have to be a lot more cautious here. You can see full armor coming in, but Judge, 2 stingers, Guardians. Getting Johan the Vandal, I think, is the right move. Someone definitely rearranged their economy there to make that happen, but bit of a rough one so far for Raymond and Gamer Films. Gonna need to see that come online. Definitely being on attack and both being initiators. We're gonna want to see them, you know, kind of show up because this is kind of their size to do it. You know, you're not really looking for your initiator to do too much. That's
great flick right there. A good spot from Killjoy. I mean, they've been expecting heaven push every time, but a little bit of a rough TP there from Egg, just not knowing where they were. Gamer Film's going to be able to at least trade 1 there, so it is going to be a 3v4 pushing on this point. But no, like you were saying, Johan and Egg are both. Obviously, it would have been jinxed for this round, but both of them have been pushing in and dying kind of respectively at their spots, right? At least trading one for one, being able to pick up a couple. So they've been filling their role. It's just more so getting Valpo to finish off these pushes 5-0 and being able to snap on people for more trades. Because I feel like when you're playing aggressively, going one for one is not the worst thing in the world. Right, like as a defender, it's rougher to try and play post plant than it is trying to push back on us. We have a little bit of a circus here in the middle. Sova Dart being able to hit two, and then Yuri and Grievous just popping out at the same time, being able to shred all three of Alpo. It was a little bit rough, a little bit rough there.
Yeah, I don't think they expected to get onto site that easily there, coming out of the smoke with, but that Fade Eye actually threw Omen off. Couldn't figure out where it was because it hadn't actually landed yet. Had a little bit of panic, and I think Valpo was expecting to have to take a fight, out of that tree door right away, and they just didn't, and they got onto site, so they were a little discombobulated. But yeah, that Sova Dart was crucial. I mean, once you get scanned by that, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much over. But timeout gonna be coming out of Valpo here. Very interested to see what they're gonna change. Going into this round, they don't really have much money to work with. Jet doesn't have knives to free up a gun. They do have two ultimates though, so they probably are going to look to get aggressive, especially with that Fade ult, I would assume. It's going to be more of, do they have a read on where Killjoy is? Killjoy's still kind of doing whatever they want for Illinois Wesleyan. As we look at the scoreboard, 12 kills.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing they're putting Killjoy in angles on points that they think they're coming, right? Like they're never positioning her away from those points. Specifically, they're just rotating. Hey, I think they're gonna go here. You just take this cheeky corner. Like that's about it. It's been working for Illinois Wesleyan. So I think if you can at least get a little bit of intel before peeking this mid here with Sova ult, or not with Sova ult, but you get intel for Sova ult, I think that Valpo can have a pretty good setup. Because I think Sova ult is really nice on Ascent. I think it's a pretty nasty ult to have here. As you're going to see Sova Drone come through the side. KO Molly going to stop them from pushing a little bit as the Omen blind comes through. Going to force them back a little bit. As you're going to see Johan immediately push through the smoke, looking for a peek around the corner. Does not know that Bryce is holding long here. And there's the immediate Sova Dart. A really nice tag right there as Johan pushes onto point. Now Valpo is in. Looking for a blind spray around the corner. Not going to be able to find it. Killjoy is still on the flank here, but Gamer Films is planting. Valpo taking a little bit. Johan finds one. Throws on the smoke. Not going to be able to trade for the second one. And knives are pulled out from Gecko. As now KO ult also comes out. You still see the reveal, but the suppression is going to be huge, pushing back onto this point. Artie Party looking for one, gets blinded off, and here comes Gecko with the knives, looking for the flick around the side, still in the smoke. Going to be able to find it in a crazy spray, but Killjoy on the side. It's going to be a 1v2 here with KO still on reboot. Might not be able to find the reboot as Yuri picks off the last one. Artie Party finishing off that kill, at least for the econ, as that is going to be a defuse from Illinois Wesleyan. I'd say a better round after timeout. Definitely what you want. You were going flawless rounds, 4 rounds. Being able to pick off 3 there, you at least made a change that's working. Now Valpo just has to kind of commit to it.
Yeah, I mean, the strategy was there. They chose the right site. There was only one there to start, but Johan got into CT. Only unfortunately had to judge. They were both in judge range.
Yep.
But I mean, you're kind of just playing a one and done, going through the smoke like that, which is essentially the goal when you have the judge, to get yours, which happened, but it kind of leaves the rest of your team with a bad buy, stranded, especially when that's your duelist. It's kind of who you're relying on to get those kills.
Yeah. No, it's just rough. I mean, this setup was there, but obviously Valpo been struggling with econ this whole round. Going 8-2 is never a fresh thing for getting the best loadouts for yourself. As you're going to see, Fade and Sova, we've seen this push before. If they don't get picked off through mid, as Bryce immediately flashes this wall, going to be able to find the first kill there, and Grievous picks up the second one. Johan going to be kind of sitting in the molly here, peeks around the side, but another flash. Bryce has just been nailing these flashes and peeks. Valpo not really being able to turn away from it quick enough. As you can see, immediately push around the side. Ramon's going to be able to find one, but Heaven takes him out. As now you're still sitting on this point, nobody alive. With Grievous just getting the defuse, going to be able to give it to somebody to get that ult up. Giving it back to KO for the credit. But man,
Yeah, I mean the playthrough tree was there. They just kind of got shut down.
Yeah.
I think that round does fully switch if RD Party does get that first kill on the KO and they don't lose their main control. But I mean, at that point, you are then unfortunately sandwiched because KO very wisely took that space immediately, and Johan had to try to chase. Had a Guardian, unfortunately, not the gun you want to use to have to go after somebody. It looks like they're trying to drop the op here, maybe, or maybe not. Full stack though going into A main. I think this is what's worked best for Valpo is when they've stuck together. But a very light buy, I assume, coming in. They are going to try to just run Sova down in the tree. Johan will get the first. They need to get that door closed immediately, though. They do drop the attacker killjoy and are on site, so this is going to have to be a full retake here out of Illinois Wesleyan. And as you will see, Jet is in mid doing nothing, but has the op, so kind of an odd character to have to try to take the flank angle with.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit crazy. As you can see, Defender Killjoy ult immediately pops back up. They're looking for a retake as Sova pops ult. Not going to be able to find one there. Just getting a couple of tags and then pushing it back out. You at least got a little bit of info from that Sova ult as Yuri pops the first one. Ramon going to be able to fall. Now you're retaking onto this point. Looks like they are going to try and push this knife over on Heaven. Going to be able to detect Artie in Hell. Now they're pushing back on the side. Going to be able to cover the bomb. You're going to trade 1 for 1, but Bryce is actually going to pick up 2 here, and that's going to be 3 down. All that's left is Artie in Hell, and they know he's there because he popped out at the smoke for a little bit for that kill.
Very low though.
There's one. Oh, he just peeked her on the side. Not gonna have the crosshair there.
Yeah, and just another big round out of someone on. Oh. Hey.
We take those.
I thought they had that.
We take those.
We take it.
Yeah,
hey.
I thought they had that too.
9-3 curse.
9-3. Wait. Hold on. Little 9-3 curse for the season opener. You can't really go wrong here. I think Valpo being able to win that at least gave them a little bit of momentum going into this round.
Yeah, I mean, if they had lost that one, I don't know. The mental might have been shot.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Being able to get that off a clutch, last second like that, just a 0.3 second difference is probably going to be huge for them. Yep. I think their defense is also a lot better than their attack from what I've seen. At practice and stuff. I think they are a lot more confident going on to defense. This side pick was Illinois Wesleyan's, so we'll see what happens. If Johan can get online, it could get dangerous fast for Illinois Wesleyan.
It looks like Illinois Wesleyan going to immediately run down mid here. They did knife over B side to try and see that. You're going to see smoke over the wall. Johan having the sheriff this round, but not going to be able to find any first kills there. Kind of stuck on the corner in an awkward spot. Going to be able to find one for Gecko, and then you peek around the side. There's KO flash. Be able to peek the KO flash. Still pushing around the side. Not going to be able to find the head tap though as Bryce trades it off. And now Valpo getting pushed onto this B side. Going to have to look for a retake in a 3v4. And now it's a 2v4 as Bryce finds the shot around the side. You're going to be able to trade one off. Ramon finds one. Still have Egg pushing around these walls. You have to be careful about the, not ricochet, but oh my goodness, I forgot what the name is of it. That's crazy. The speaker on the side, and they're not going to be able to find that. Grievous gets a quick turn on the 2 of them there. Peeking at the same time, but none of them going to be able to find that kill, and that's going to be an attacker win for Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, I think that was fine there, everything that happened except Johan taking that second fight with KO.
Yeah.
I think with the team coming, I mean, if you get that kill, this is probably hindsight, it's looking great, but Sova got left alone in the back of site and just got ran over by the 3 other players coming down the lane that did not go steps. So, I mean, a little hindsight out of us here, but,
Yeah, I know.
We also can see everything, but...
Yeah, I can definitely see, like, the idea being that you pop Gecko from the left and they're probably pushing behind you on the right, so you just want to walk up forward again just to try and switch sides with them. But obviously when you have your team coming for post play, it's usually easier to just wait it out. But RD Party going to be able to peek around this side here. They are going to be able to top one though with the Sova spot. So although Illinois Wesleyan is moving on to this point, I don't know if they'll be able to get anything. Sova drone coming out of backside. As you're still going to look for some kind of dart, pops up, going to just get shot right there as Gecko pushes back into backside B. As though Yuri trades another one right there, and Valpo looking for these long shots, but not going to be able to find that. All that's left is Johan on point with a classic. And it's not going to do much there. Valpo getting dropped again, going to 11-3.
Yeah, unfortunate. No one from Valparaiso reacted there when Killjoy was shooting them in the back.
Yeah,
Egg reacted at the very last second, but at that point everyone was dead.
yeah,
I think if they turn on that, the whole team basically is there, not one shot trying to come through the smoke.
yep.
But I keep seeing glimpses of cohesion and hope out of Valparaiso, but then you
Snuff
know
them out.
they haven't seemed to realize that the plan here for Illinois Wesleyan is run it down B because
Yeah.
this is what's about to happen again.
Yep.
Um,
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As you can see, Artie Party pushing, or checking doors here, at least in mid, and gonna get up and get aggressive here with a little bit of an off angle. You see two peaks right there, so now you do have information that they're pushing around this side. You're gonna see, doesn't look like Valpo's on rotation yet. They're playing it a little bit slow, making sure they don't get the check, as Zictrix immediately gonna find Johan lurking on this side, and now you know that you have the numbers advantage on A side. It looks like they're trying to fake a rotation here as they're gonna move back to B, trying to force people out, to go defend A, and yeah, they're gonna slow push B again. They're waiting for Sova to kind of walk around the side. You only have drones around, or you only have a Killjoy trap around mid, so you don't exactly have a good check here outside of turret on back site. But that turret immediately gets taken out here, and now Valpo knows that they're pushing this side, but it might be too late. Illinois Wesleyan already on point here, as you're gonna see the knife slowing them down a little bit, as Artie Party finds two from the doors. Immediately gonna pop it. That's gonna be huge for Valpo as they play this post plant here. It's gonna be a 4v3 as they rotate back around. Artie Party still looking for the
30
side.
seconds left.
Doors are destroyed. Silva drone is out. Gonna look for the mid, but not gonna be able to find it. Killjoy takes out two again, and that's gonna even the odds here, or at least close enough. Valpo
Spike
now
planted.
2v3 on this retake. As you can see, Zitrix now not peeking this mid anymore, just looking to
player
rotate with the
standing.
team, and finds a fourth one right there, looking for the ace this round, and not gonna be able to find it. Ramon does shut it down at least. Still looking for this push, but Knife is gonna silence right here. So looking around the side to peek the corner, Soa looks for it, not going to be able to find it. He's just kind of playing a dancing game here. As you see the foot of KO. KO thinking to push in, not going to be able to find it, but Spike at this point, it is do or die, and yeah, just going to have to push that. Grievous going to be able to find the shot with the Sheriff, saving up in that round as well, being able to pick up the
Match
Vandal
point.
from Ramon, and that's going to be a huge econ play as they move into match point of this first map.
yeah, buy is looking rough. But 12 rounds to Illinois Wesleyan, you got a pretty much full buy here if you're Valpo, no matter what that is. That round was looking great. Unfortunately, Artie Party and Egg both peaked mid, and neither got a shot off onto Killjoy, who's just
Yep.
been carrying Illinois Wesleyan through this game. Multiple rounds of 4+ kills, so
It's been a big thing this match, but I'll save it for post match actually, as Itrix find one here. We're gonna be able to trade one for one at least though, as we are gonna go down another one though. Grievous falls. They are gonna be pushing onto A site here, looking to get this plant, and Valpo already on
Spike
post plant.
planted.
As you see, two going through heaven, one trying to go through doors. Ramon gonna look to just try and break doors. Obviously, give a little bit of info there. As a huge teleport from Yuri on top of the boxes there. Gonna be able to peek out a little bit. As there's the shot from Gamer Films, gonna be able to trade the second one, and a nice shot right there. That's gonna be two down for the side of Valpo, and now it's a 1v2 with Gamer Films alone on heaven here. But the quick peek up from there from Grievous is going to secure first map win for Illinois Wesleyan against Valpo.
yeah. Not the best result here for Valpo, obviously, going into game one. But I think there were signs. There were definitely signs
Yeah.
that we saw that could, lead to a much closer game two. Hopefully, it's not the same result. I think if Killjoy just gets cut out, I think this game's still going on. It's like 6-7 or something. Like it's. It is a much closer game. I think 13-3 is a little deceiving. There were definitely a lot of rounds. I mean, look at that. The Sentinel, you could see, obviously our stream can't, but the Sentinel had 6 first bloods. I mean, that doesn't happen. How often does that happen? Do we really expect that to be, the result going into this next one? We are going to Haven.
Yeah, I mean, a big issue that I found this game, and it's not something that's like, oh, it's a giant comp diff, or it's I feel like when we pick two people against one, we need to be trading one for one.
Yeah.
Consistently, their Killjoy spray transferred to both of us, and head tap both of us in that time when we should have traded 1-for-1. And sometimes, obviously, it was just a nice peak mid or a nice shot or a nice angle. Those things happen. But it's the rounds that were killer to us were the ones where we specifically sent two people to go peak mid, or we sent two people to swing box, and both of them died. Like that can't
Yeah.
happen consistently if we want to win these rounds. So I feel like if Valbo can at least put it together a little bit and be more consistent with their two-man swings, I feel like we'll be fine. But
Yeah.
shutting those spray transfer downs is going to be huge because obviously you can't control the enemy player's aim, but you can at least make it so they have to choose targets, right? So more 1-for-1 trades, more at least equal opportunity for our team to get onto site, and I feel like we're going to be doing okay.
Yeah. So before we start game two, it seems Illinois Wesleyan is having yet another tech issue. So we're
Yeah.
gonna hit a little break, and we'll join you once they're into the agent select for game two.
And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our map 2 of this Valorant, Valpo versus Illinois Wesleyan University. Illinois Wesleyan University taking first map. As we're going to see, we're moving on to Haven here for this next 13-3. Obviously not the best round for Valpo, but hopefully going to be able to switch it up a little bit, get a couple of new looks. Obviously moving on to a map with 3 points is at least going to vary you up a little bit here, make sure they don't get too comfortable on the site. We talked about a couple of things post-match that we wanted to see their team do, so hopefully we're going to pick it back up as we can take a look at their pickups here as we're going in. Obviously 50 seconds to lock in, but you can see the breach locked in for defenders for Illinois Wesleyan, which I like. Breach on Haven is just dirty. Like it's one of his best maps, I feel like. So not nearly as many mirrors. I don't think actually we got one mirror.
Just Jet.
Yep, just Jet.
More
Just for the
reliable.
duelists. I
Yep.
mean, I like Johan's Jet. I feel like Johan's Jet is pretty solid. I will be excited to see Egg in this match as well, not being on the Omen, because I'm used to Egg just playing the Omen. So being
Yeah.
on Fade, swapping it up a little bit, giving Artie Party the Astra as well,
Hmm.
gonna be nice to see. I like that. Plus, I think I like Gecko on for Ramon and like not using kind of obviously giving the fade to Egg and then taking Gecko for Ramon is really nice because I feel like it is a lot more of a flexible champion, right?
Yeah.
And for Valpo kind of still finding their footing in this series, you kind of need that flexibility because you know, or actually you don't know what's working yet. So
So we're about to see a massive fight here on A main,
Oh
it
yeah,
seems.
there's a
Both
five-man push
teams
coming
are ready
straight
to
out
run
of
it
Valpo.
down.
Yep.
Oh,
It's straight one for one right there from Valpo.
okay.
Johan getting another one for one. We've seen this 50 million times as the
Yep.
last series, but hey, I mean, if your duelist is not going in and trading kills, he's not playing duelist correctly. So that's all you can really ask. As immediately going to swing around the side, looking for the kill on Cypher. Artie Party going to find the first one, but two drop for the side of Valpo, and that's immediately going to be a quick clean. Grievous picking up three, Bryce picking up two there. If I'm actually no, Gecko picked up one. Excuse me. As that's going to be a no, it was Bryce. Okay, sweet. Um, yeah, three for Grievous, two for Bryce. Immediately on the swing there, Valpo just not being able to find out targets and hold the angles correctly. As we're gonna see Valpo now look for some kind of other take.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing was Grievous
Oh,
got
Jet. Oh, oh
Grievous
man.
Grievous got three eliminations there and was half health from the beginning of the round. Got
Yeah,
dinked immediately, and
yeah.
Valpo cannot let that happen if they're going to win rounds. This is going to be a hard angle to clear. Yeah.
Um, Yeah, that is the rough part with Haven on Omen. He can take so many vertical angles on this map that it's really, really rough swinging these doors. As you're gonna see two drop,
Cypher's
and
in spawn.
everybody's down for
Yeah.
Valpo. Yep, that
Uh,
was really discombobulated. I could tell Valpo was setting up looking for picks there, and
mm,
then got three-man picked instantly. Like at that point, you cannot be looking for picks against this team who has consistently been out shooting you. Like
yeah.
we gotta push site and use util. We cannot
Mm.
be looking to switch it up.
Yeah, defaulting's probably not going to work, just due to the amount of practice I assume that Illinois Wesleyan has had as our Valpo or as Valpo's Valorant program is the newest here. So a lot of these players just started playing on the team, in the spring. So they
Yep.
haven't even had a full year yet. They have the outlaw here. Oh,
Oh,
no kills either way, but Sova is planted into the corner.
yeah.
They
Johan
are gonna
won though.
clear.
All right, you traded one for one there, but Johan's still a little bit low. 10 health. Gonna be able to chip out the Jet now. Taking a couple of shots that they're gonna try and dash in immediately through the smoke, but doesn't have the gun up in time. Gecko ready for it. Bryce picks up two. Ramon gonna be able to trade one, but that's gonna be another clean defense from Illinois Wesleyan on this A point. It's so rough because you know that Cypher setup is on C. So it's like if you can't push A and you can't play default to try and push for B, you have to try and force something into Cypher setup, which is disgusting. Like you never want to do that as a team. So you can see Illinois Wesleyan going with the exact same setup again. You're just trying to vary up the spot around doors here, as Valpo gonna have to figure out what's going on. It looks like they will try and go for that. Obviously, they have to work through Cypher Trip and they have to work through Yuri holding this. So there's a smoke, or there's the Astra Star up immediately, and there's a smoke over the wall. They're gonna push through the side. Do get hit by the Cypher ult though, or not Cypher ult, Cypher Trip, excuse me, as they push straight onto the C site. Cypher waiting around the side, gonna be able to find one as the dash in from Johan, looking for the second one. Johan does trade one for one though. Artie Party finds the second one right there. Valpo gonna be fighting a 4v3 here, moving on to the subjective egg, getting the plants off. Here comes the blind from Yuri, but immediately faces Johan. Grievous, though, with the ult, going to be able to find one. Doesn't find a second one, though, as you're going to have a 3v2 onto this point. Valpo doing really, really well to at least take out one when they're going. Sovadart does hit on Ramon. Ramon tag just going to play up close here, force them to try and swing this corner as Egg holds it as well. That's going to be two down and one flicked for the side. Grievous, Gecko finding the other one. It's going to be a 1v1 on point. Gecko low, and Gecko finds the tap on Egg. Gonna win this. Oh, not actually win this
Oh,
round. Gonna pick up the op.
gonna pick up the op.
There we
Yeah,
go. And then
should
look
have
for
plenty of
defuse.
time.
Yep. I was
The
about to say, I was like, that plant was not that late.
Yeah, I think that was the best Valpo's looked the entire
Yes.
first game, and it's the little bit we're into the second game here. The logs play to play an up down was great. I think Johan got really unlucky because Jet was still moving, and just the inaccuracy actually got him headshotted on accident. He was not aiming at Johan,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yes.
We saw that one happen, but the movement error made that bullet stray
Straight.
and find Johan's head. Unfortunately, just
Yep.
how it happens occasionally with this
Check the
game.
PC.
So
Check the PC.
yeah, perfect. They were curvy bullets there. So, but I think Valpo's kind of got it figured out. But Jet, oh,
Ooh.
that's not
Immediately.
good.
Yeah, that's the op pick out on a site. And you can see Johan already forcing this, but Johan alone.
Yeah,
He just sent it.
didn't like that. No util, no team. That is not
That
going
was
to work
that
out
was
at
something.
all.
Yeah, and that's gonna be two down, and this is just a rough round again from Valpo. Uh, that one rougher than most. I think last round, I'm gonna be honest, when you're 3-0 and you have a round that goes to 1-1 there, and then you die after a couple of map points, I feel like that's a little bit of a mental breaker. So yeah. Anyways, I mean 5-0 gonna be 15 here. You gotta look for a little bit of an econ round. I feel like for Valpo, they're not exactly in the best spot. You're gonna see stingers and heavies coming out.
Appears Jet's probably going to all, I would assume.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to look to get aggressive again. It kind of looks like they're going B, and the majority of Illinois Wesleyan is set up in the middle of the map here. So this is not going to work. That Astro Wall did just come through the
Yep.
middle of the
Oh, they're
map.
just pushing straight in. Johan immediately jumping to the side, gonna have the knives out. Obviously Astro ult splitting this map, so you're kind of playing this half and half. There comes the blind out of Yuri. It's going to be able to hit Johan as well and take him out, but you're going to trade one for one. Artie Party finding one on the outside, and now Valpo is back to pushing this objective. Silverdrone coming around the side, not going to be able to find the dart. Now looking around this doors, trying to hold it. Grievous finds the first one. Ramon's still looking for a push down this mid. Doesn't know that Yuri's in this corner though, and might just peek out straight into a headshot. But Chip through the wall is actually going to back him off here, as you're going to see Artie Party drops as well. Now they're trying to push through doors. Bryce going to be able to try and hold this here with the Vandal. Ramon looking for the peek around the side. There's the wall bang. Not going to be able to get it. Egg pushing to the side looking for Heaven. Not going to be able to get it though, as Ramon immediately falls to the spot, and Bryce with a triple kill there that round, being able to hold off for Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing again. Valparaiso's ramming their head into a door, it seems.
Ouch. And it looks like we will rely on the VOD for recording here today because our computer has stopped recording randomly. But we are still streaming, obviously, which is nice. So if you need to see this replay, it's going to be on our Twitch. That is our key. But obviously, Valpo still pushing. Looks like they're just going to try and hard push the C into the Cypher setup. I mean, at this point, you got to. Right, Johan jumping
Yeah.
around the side, going to be able to drop onto point. Astra going out, Breach also going out. Still playing the side. Artie going to be able to find one with the Stinger. Stinger hero over here. That's 2 rounds in a row with Stinger kills. But
Mhm.
Johan, we do have Spike planted, so they are playing post plant. Sovadrone coming up over boxes here. Yuri still looking around this side. Artie swinging this corner. Yuri knows that somebody's coming to the doors and isn't pressured right now. Artie's still looking over this mid as Grievous finds the first one, but Johan immediately going to be able to kill one and then spray transfer through. Oh my goodness! A quick triple right there from Johan. Two of them
Yeah.
just spraying blind, and then Artie finishing up the kill over doors, and that's going to be a round for Valpo. That's a huge swing.
A trade of ultimates also. Fade ult for the breach ult there. They
Mm-hmm.
both went out at the same time. It kind of maybe canceled each other out a little bit. I think Illinois Wesleyan was ready to full flood that site, and then they got hit with that fade ult, and
Yeah.
it kind of slowed all the momentum. The breach ult knockup really didn't do anything for the players it hit.
Yep. No, I mean we like to see that. Obviously, it is nice when you're entering with Jet against Cypher because you don't have to walk the same lines that a lot of duelists do, right? In the same term that like Waylay can dash, you can at least just jump straight over it. So when Cypher looks to re-peek trap setup, if one of your team walks into it and he looks to peek, as long as you know where Cypher is, you can always win that trade out. And they're gonna jump up immediately. Artie Party just getting super aggressive there, gonna drop in, and now the Astra Stars coming out, gonna clear off this push here, covering up on Heaven, covering up on side. It looks like they're trying to bait C, but Illinois Wesleyan is not falling for it. Immediately the Stars come up. Obviously, you still have Cypher trap setups on C, so if you do need to push, I think as Illinois Wesleyan, you're more comfortable playing this post plant anyways, as Valpo immediately gonna walk up. Yeah, Cypher playing this really slow, walking on the point as Valpo already onto the site. Artie Party sitting in here. Breach immediately shoots up to the side. Artie Party yet knows that Breach is now sitting this on the corner. If you want to swing it, Artie, this kill is free. But I think he's just playing patiently. He's got to wait doors. Like, he's got to make sure Breach commits to this kill. It looks like Breach, yeah, walking around the side, and there is. Oh, Artie misses the shot. It still finds it though. That we take those. Egg drops one as well on point. Johan picks up a second one. Zictrix just looking the lone survivor there is Valpo really putting it together now on this push for C. He's seeing a lot more comfortable now. I have to help, or excuse me, I have to credit. I feel like it's playing off of the back of how aggressive Artie is at the moment.
Yeah,
They are
for
just
sure.
walking up and clearing instantly. So those kind of kills are huge, especially for swinging that momentum for this push.
And we're going to see actually an op come out of both sides here. It seems Valpo is fed up with Jet walking down A short and opping, but it appears Jet might have switched it up. They might have had a little bit of a suspicion here and is going to be opping along. So Valpo is actually going to hold in default. I think that's a great call. The only issue at the moment is Cypher is a walkie up C, which has not happened a single round, and there is no form of util uh, on the Valparaiso side beside a chamber trip that's not on the map at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know where that util's supposed to be, but
Um,
it's not here.
should be somewhere, but it's nowhere, and it's about to get dangerous
Hey,
fast.
hey, we ball either way. As
Yeah,
Artie Party immediately, yeah, you're gonna see get super aggressive, just walk up on point. There's the fade trip. Gonna be able to find one, immediately swinging back around the corner, and now you have backside to place up these stars. Gonna look for some kind of pull here as Bryce swinging around the side. Smoke is dropping here. There's the Gecko immediately gonna get shot out here, but then the Astra ult. Popping up on the side, going to split this map here for Valpo. Breach going to look around this corner, not going to be able to clear anything here as the flash coming up on the wall. We're going to have to see if Johan swings it. Doesn't swing it, but Artie Party is right there to clear the two. That's going to be a triple there. Ramon does trade out, but Valpo's still at advantage. You have a 3v2 and the wall up. Johan, make that a 3v1. Bryce going to be able to trade that in Artie Party with the 4K to win this round. He is popping off right now in these last 3 rounds.
I mean, Artie Party is everything for Valparaiso right now. This is like
Whew,
what the Killjoy was in Game One for
whew,
Illinois Wesleyan. I mean, these
love it.
rounds are coming off the back of one player, but you cannot hate it.
Hey, when the hand is hot, keep shooting, man.
Yeah,
When the hand is hot, keep shooting. Just send them back up again.
I don't know if he's shot calling for Valparaiso right now, but if he is, he's got Illinois Wesleyan completely figured out.
Yeah,
They've got nothing. They've got no answer at the moment. That's three straight, and it's all been him. I mean,
yeah,
he's just been doing it himself. We are going to see a very low buy, which is something we have not really seen Illinois Wesleyan have to deal with
yeah.
the entire series here, basically. So see if Valparaiso can kind of take this lead, take the economy lead they've got, and snowball it. Because
Yeah.
if they can, it'll be crucial. Breach is possibly walking up mid. Oh, definitely was seeing. This should be free for Artie. Oh,
Oh, just a little bit of a missed crosshair there. He had the right idea though, walking up on the side. But Johan gonna trade out one for one, so this is still 4v4 going on to this point. Jet does have a ult at least available to her for the side of Illinois Wesleyan, and the reload. Oh my goodness! And Grievous is gonna pop around the side and find two. That was just ugly. It happens. I mean, it happens like that. Uh, Game of Thrones gonna be able to find one with the Opto, which is gonna be huge. It is gonna be 1v2, but pops out into the smoke there and gonna get traded. And Valpo going to be able to find that. Yeah, just the that point blink right there was huge because Grievous not only took out Ramon, but then swung and popped out another kill there, which completely swung that post plant. So Valpo getting shut down a little bit there, obviously, off the back of Artie kind of dying in that 1v1 at the very start, which is rough. But I like the idea that you swing really hard with Artie and Johan going on to points here, and you stay away from Zatrix because they have been insane this game, right? And they're always, if not, excuse me, if not always, then they are somewhere on flank.
the op is actually going to be on Cypher on C, which is an interesting decision.
Yep.
Which means they aren't probably played on rotate, but
Nice
I mean
swing.
A is
Nice
free
swing.
now.
That's what I'm talking about. Artie and Johan both popping off together. Gonna be able to walk onto this A site here, and Illinois Wesleyan just put on the back foot. Gonna have to back foot. Excuse me. Gonna have to look for retake here. Bryce going up into heaven. Gonna have to wait out this Astra Star as the plant is going down. You're gonna see. You have Johan in hell right now, just kind of sitting underneath that. There's the Gecko toss out, gonna look for something here. There's two peeking heaven right now, as immediately gonna pop out with the ult, or excuse me, with the op. Zitrix gonna be able to take out egg. Now you have to watch for that heaven. You don't have that pressure anymore as Gecko throws up, gets the blind on Zitrix. Still looking for that long there. Yuri going to be able to TP out, but Johan's waiting right there. Johan finds two, immediately dashes up, looking to get aggressive, finds with the shorty. Not going to be able to find the kill, but gets the damage off. Going to force Zitrix out of that heaven, and then immediately swings around. A nice peek right there, waiting for the op. Just going to try and spray it out. You are playing time here. Realistically, yeah, there's the four-man swing right there to finish it off. And Valpo finally playing as a team here, pushing on, moving this map to 7-4.
Yeah, I mean this is basically what we were seeing in the first game, but they're converting, right?
Yes. Yep.
Valparaiso's finally, once we're on the site, once that spike is down, they're not leaving each other. They're not taking these fights alone, or they're getting the trade,
Yep.
like you hit on. They're not letting someone go for four, with one clip, which is crucial. And I mean, they're avoiding this op brilliantly. A bit of a force here out of Illinois Wesleyan going into this round. So we'll see if that is the move. I guess last round. So you are going to buy up, but they are just going to slam A again. I mean, it keeps working, so why not?
Yep. No, I'm totally with it. As you can see, the smoke come down over A site from Omen. They still think they're pushing that, as it looks like Valpo's going to try and just early rotate over to the C side. You obviously had the pick from Valpo, so you clear out at least a little bit of damage there. With the Cypher gone, it's going to be huge because obviously no trips. Right.
Yep.
So now you're kind of free to walk onto the site. Fade spots out Yuri as well. Bryce is going to look to try and rotate around the flank here as Astra Star placed up. Valpo already on point here, so you have this push up, you have Astra ult as well covering the flank, and you're going to just walk to the side. There it is. You see the breach and the peeker on the side. A nice kill from Artie right there, as you're going to see now Illinois Wesleyan pushing onto the site. There's the fade ult. There's the pushback. Valpo kind of grouped back as 4 and now will retake as 4 as they push up to the site. They're just going to try and play defense with this long as Yuri immediately on the defuse here. Going to get pushed off. That's going to be 2 down. Johan finds one with the knives. X finds one with the Phantom. Finds a second one right there with the Phantom. And Valpo with a flawless round, bringing us the 7-5 before the swap.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
uh,
Beautiful.
that was all Gamer Films. Getting that
That
pick
was huge.
with the chamber op immediately onto Cipher. I mean, C is basically the attackers. Once that Cipher goes down, it is near impossible to hold with
Yeah.
how much space there is and where Jet can dash to. I
Yep.
mean, you're pretty much a sitting duck if you play that side. So they had to do the retake, and I mean, Valpo had basically all of their ults remaining, and
Yeah.
they dumped them.
And that's why we were both kind of confused when we saw Cypher with Op last round. Because when you put not only Cypher without any utility like bash out, or excuse me, to dash out from like op sites, but if he goes down in any kind of peak, you lose so much util and so much site control that because we won that one there, it was huge. As you're gonna see Gamer Films immediately peeking the C long. You do see the Sova dart come out, so you know they're at least peeking this a little bit. Just going to use that for vision, TP right back, but the recon bolt is going to at least spot 2 out as they're going to look for some kind of long hold. There's the Astra Vision, or excuse me, the Astra Star playstyle. Not going to be used yet though, as Artie Party's still covering doors.
Yeah, it
Gotta be careful.
looks like Illinois Wesleyan does want to move
Oh,
away from C back towards A. Artie is going to maybe be aware of this.
yep. Cypher immediately meeting up through mid. And Egg taking out the kill on Cypher, being able to start this round off right. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, now at the moment with the man advantage, you just have to wait. There's 55
Yep.
seconds left. Let Illinois Wesleyan play their cards, right? Don't get it too aggressive. Leaving Chamber and Gecko together is good, but I like this call to bring everyone towards the A side and then be able to crunch back B if that is the decision that Illinois Wesleyan goes with. And they are still making up their mind here. Slow walking back to the spawn, apparently going C. Gecko has been called off, which is going to be the wrong call here. It's going to be on Chamber, basically,
Ooh.
to see if Chamber can get one. Chamber most likely won't die and can get out just with that teleport. Is going to call his team back, though. You are going to see everyone start to rotate.
That's
Goes
good.
for
I'm fine
one,
with that. I'm
gets
fine with that.
nothing. Goes for another. That's a bit insane, especially with a breach. Just some bad decision making there.
Yeah, now they're going to be able to have plant. At least you are playing a 4v4 here on the retake. You do have smokes up. A lot of util is being used here as Prowler immediately around the side, and Johan does have to dash still, be able to find one. Pushes around the corner here, still taking the peek on site. Egg immediately on this defuse, going to be able to get the take, and there's the defuse. That's going to be right there. Then nobody checked it as Valpo enough pressure to push in, and Johan with a 4-piece right there just to put salt in the wound a little bit there on that last round. Valpo going up 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I did like the decision on Chamber to repeak, but it
Yes.
ended up not hurting Valpo at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the Gecko play, being able to get the little guy out there, as a little bit of a body to go through corners and diffuse, I think is going to be huge for them. So they can swing together because sometimes we've seen like in game one they have a little bit of trouble taking those ones. So
Hmm.
the ability to do that is great. It looks like just a hard hit here onto B. We'll see
Yeah.
what Artie is able to
Oh, and
do.
Artie's right
Oh,
there. Johan also finds the lurker on the side. Gecko going to be able to trade one, but it is going to be a 4v3 as all of Illinois Wesleyan is pushed onto
actually
this B
pushing
site, and they're
into
looking to
A.
A. They're
That
not even
is
going to
not the
settle for
right
B, but
decision.
yeah, Johan
Oh,
finds one right there. You're going to be able to trade out, but Ramon finds the second one right there, and Valpo in a 3v1 now. And Gamer Films come out from the side, and they just crunch right on them. I don't know what Illinois Wesleyan's doing. You
I don't
had
either.
full sight
We
control
had
there, and
B
you had
there.
vision on
Yeah.
sight. Yeah, they just got a little bit too greedy there, trying to take out at least for a couple of kills for Valpo. I guess trying to stunt their their econ. But
Yeah, I guess the assumption was everyone was C, or the majority, but like every David team, your Sentinel plays on C by themselves
yeah,
and is left to suffer.
yeah,
Uh, and that is exactly what was happening. Chamber was alone on C, and literally everyone else was A link. I mean, they hit a brick wall.
yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
so yeah, bit of a weird decision. Looks like they are gonna go C and try to run Chamber down, possibly. A little bit of a lineup here.
Bang.
I think Chamber needs to get off site.
Yeah, he's
Chamber
got a backup
definitely
now. Yeah, he's
needs to
spotted.
get out.
Oh,
That
he
TP
TP's
that
in, but
TP actually almost paid off. They weren't expecting that, but Chamber just needs someone's gonna have to tell Chamber you need to get off site when
yeah.
that's happening.
Without op, you don't have enough damage pressure to really peak that long, especially with all the util that can get thrown out against you when you're solo pushing or when you're solo holding that. It's rough.
Yeah.
So now Valpo just trying to retake here, looking for the shot around the side. Bryce gonna be able to find two there. Zitrix finds the third one, and a
Oh,
couple of shots missed there from Artie, and that's gonna be a flawless round to swing Illinois Wesleyan back in favor a little bit here, going up 8-7. But I think Valpo had a lot to at least pull from that round. It was not a very like, all right, they just hand stiffed us round, right? Obviously, you know what you need to do now with pressure, at least how they want to push. So we'll see if Valpo makes the correction here going into this
uh,
next round.
a change on setup here. Chamber is going to be placed on A. They are going to leave Johan to solo hold C. Which I think is a fine decision. After that, logically, with how smooth that went,
Hmm.
they're probably going to look towards Indian C. But
Nice
Artie
peek.
gonna take that peek out into grass immediately and pick one off. I mean, this has been the best
I like
result is
that.
when Artie gets something early on the board. And they're not. It's not coming down to the wire because once it gets hectic, Valparaiso does seem to struggle a bit.
Artie's just been such a confident shooter this round, like this map especially.
Hmm.
He's not
Woke
so
up.
much like yeah, he's not holding corners as much as he is swinging them, right? So when you have that confidence going, you should
Woo!
just shoot. As Johan finds a quick kill with the op as well, gonna be able to push it to a 3v5, and you do have vision at least. Looks like Illinois Wesleyan's gonna try and rotate back over to A here. You do have full cipher setup, and you have at least a shot here. Gonna just snap back, get the vision. They know that they're pushing this site breach. At least gonna hit this corner, gonna pull from the side, try and jump around the corner. You do have the Phantom. Here comes the Fade spot as well. Going to be able to find that. The Prowler does hit the Jet, or excuse me, it doesn't hit Jet. Jet shoots it down and shoots down two of Valpo. Is it going to trade for a 3v3? Here comes the plant. Now Valpo's going to have to play post plant. You have Artie on flank. You have Johan peeking this with the op around the corner, and it looks like you're going to have Gecko pushing up to the side. There's the dash out as well, or excuse me, the Sova drone spots it as immediately Johan with the knives dashes back out into the smoke, finds one, gets a lot of damage on the second one though as Artie Party finds out the second, and then Ramon pushes pushes the site for the third kill there, and that's a really, really clean retake for Valpo.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I have to say again. I know I'm being a dead horse here. Chamber's got to get off site. Chamber keeps finding themselves breach stunned. You know, it's very difficult to do anything once you're breach stunned. Your gun sways, you can't move. Like
I
the Chamber's got to get off site, and I think these rounds get a lot easier with Chamber alive. Just
yeah,
having another body.
I will say
Not someone who has to take a 1v3 fight like that.
now's the time where Chamber has to swap where his TP is. Because it's
Hmm.
it's okay for those first two ones, because I totally get it. You look for TP off snap after a shot, right?
Yep.
Or you're looking for info after a shot. But now they've shown their hand twice, of which when they see you and after you snap, they throw util at you. If you know that, you got to get off site for that util. I think just putting your teleporter, you can use it for the same thing. You just have to push off site a little bit, let them use their utils. Artie Party finds one, finds two, looking for the spray through the smoke, going to be able to push back through the site pretty safely, though. Takes a chunk of damage, but for two kills, we will take that as a quick peek from Johan as well, holding that angle. going to be able to drop the third, and Valpo is just really hitting their stride on this map now. As that's going to be 3 down for Illinois Wesleyan, and Valpo full control over this map.
Yeah, I mean, this
Oh, they're pushing through doors.
we're gonna take a look at the economy real quick. I think this has to be a save.
Yep.
That it no longer needs to be a save.
Yep.
Bad decision out of egg there. We have the spike. We know we have the spike sitting here.
Yep. No need
You
to
know,
rotate through.
I don't know if I like Johan sitting on the same line here, but it is gonna be hard to we. Okay, no, I thought the spike got smoked there, but they are going to be able to pick it up, so they are going to be able to rotate out. But Breach taking the spike into a garage window, going to be interesting. We're going to see if Chamber is ready for this. Chamber is going to find one. Yeah, this is just
But Breach
impossible
finds
for Breach.
Breach does take out Johan though.
I find
Gaming Film's
this.
swinging around the side, and here comes Ramon to the head tap, but it's not gonna kill there as Ramon gets the wall bang and takes out, and Valpo takes their first lead of the series.
They do take their first
Bang!
lead of the series, which is going to be huge. You know, the momentum's flowing. The economy for Illinois Wesleyan is crushed.
Give this man the
That
rock.
that op on Johan
op on
once
Johan,
he
it's
has started
disgusting.
pulling it out has went crazy. I
Yep.
mean, this might need to be something they look at for every game, even if it's killing someone else's economy. Like a Chamber who could buy those bullets for cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Getting Johan this op is going to be crucial. Artie is going to look to swing.
Swing it, Artie. Let's go.
one.
Find one for one. You at least get Jet knives out as well, so they're gonna pop that early. Immediately, Jet peeks around the corner. Does use most of the knives. Gonna have to just pull out pistol here, but
Oh.
Ramon's stuck and not gonna be able to throw it off. Gamer Films trades one though, and Johan finds the second one, still holding on this point. Almost got that
Almost
crazy
got
shot
that.
through the smoke there. I
This
would
is
have.
going to be crucial though.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see.
They're aware.
Egg
They're
find
aware.
it. Oh,
Yes!
okay. We got one for one. We'll take
One for
those.
one.
We take those.
And now we know because of that tap that Omen is on A and Omen does not
Yep.
have alt.
Just hold this.
We just
Gamer
have to
Films
play
has two.
time. There's no reason to peek anything. It's
Yep.
just playing
Johan-
time. A little
Yo-
up down here.
Johan has up. I feel like you're okay to swing this, Johan. Yep, Gamer Film spot him. Johan immediately going to swing around the side. You got to stay as two. You got to
Yeah.
stay as two, and you got to just try. And immediately the TP looking for Vegas, and there it is. I like that bait. I like that bait.
That was great.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
great. I
Honestly,
don't know if that was
Game of
the
Films-
idea, but
So
You know?
I respect the hell out of that, man. I respect the hell out of that. That was crazy.
that was amazing.
We love that.
So going into a timeout here for the attackers. I mean, we'll take a look at the economy real quick. They're forcing,
Yep.
and if they don't win this round, I mean,
It's rough
it's
because
game might be over.
Yeah.
Everything's righted on this. Breach ult is up. Cypher ult is also up. One off Sova. So if Sova does get the plant, that's 3 ults to work with. But for the Valparaiso side, Fade ult, Chamber has an op. Probably not going to pull it, I would assume, just because Johan is opping already. But that Astra wall for the retake in Flood is going to be crucial. I
Yep.
assume Valpo plays off and just lets them have the site and uses that wall to retake.
yeah, I feel like Valpo's been playing retake extremely well recently. It's kind of hard for them holding these angles. They haven't really won those trades, but whenever it's really just you either swing out really aggressively or you play for retake. You do not want to sit in the middle for Valpo. So
Yeah.
I feel like if they do that, it'll be fine. Obviously, with Cypher and Breach ult up, you're probably going to be looking for some kind of flank with Cypher just to get a tag. Because if you
Yep.
can get a tag with that, you have Breach ult, and the more that you can maximize like Breach ult efficiency with Vision,
Mhm.
the better it is. So I think if they play, I think if you're Illinois Wesleyan, you play for pick here with Cypher looking through doors. Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
for
it looks
sure.
like he will. Yep.
Are they going to full send it here? No, they are going to play very passive. See, the op from Johan is going to be here. We're going to hop on.
Nice.
Oh, I don't
Good
know if that
shot,
was through the smoke
Johan.
or not, but
He just got the tip right on the top. Like it was right before the smoke dropped.
there we go. Chamber is going to go into vision here. Needs to calm down, tapping that orb. It seems the push is going to be coming A, and he needs to call this
Mhm.
out because he knows Cypher is here.
Yeah.
And no one's rotating. We are going to see Gecko
Look, there's the
and
push.
Fade come, but
the rest of them
Chamber
are
got
just
off.
holding.
Chamber got off site. That's
Okay.
what we love to see, because that wall is going to be crucial.
But Chamber doesn't make it off
doesn't
site.
come off site. Actually went back in. That is really unfortunate. Site control for Illinois Wesleyan.
And there's the Cypher ult as well. Gonna look for one more ping. There it is.
Yeah.
And now Illinois Wesleyan has full control. You're gonna be able to drop the Astra ult though.
And the
Front
fade
side. Oh my goodness. Yeah, try to
with the
explain what's
breach ult
happening
from
on stream.
behind.
The breach
Oh
ult is going to be
no.
huge. Immediately knock up 3 on the side of Valpo as Bryce picks off the first one. Egg going to drop as well. Johan still looking around this corner. They're looking for a push as Artie Party peeks up through heaven. Not going to be able to find it. And that's going to be a 4 for 0 trade for Illinois Wesleyan. I mean, let's see. You had Fade ult, Astra ult, Astra Stars on point, plus Breach ult hitting through that side. And Breach ult hitting, like we said, having information for Breach ult is just disgusting because the more you can maximize that knockup, the better it is. And the
Yeah.
moment that second Cypher ping went out, all the
All
ults
of them.
dropped.
Yeah.
Yep, that was exactly what they were waiting for. So, again, you just got to know that ult economy. But, Valpo not in the worst spot here. Still playing
No.
extremely well these last couple of rounds, so their econ is not too bad here going into this
Not
round.
terrible. They are going to drone finally and look for Johan, but Johan does not care. Just going to take this fight right to them.
I like it.
They're pulling away instantly, which is genius. If you're Illinois Wesleyan, clearly he's the hot hand. Like,
Yeah.
need to get away from it. I
Just
really need to see Egg come back to life.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
uncharacteristic game compared to the last one. They know
Mhm.
Chamber's opping now. Chamber is actually going to take the aggressive line here. Needs to be ready for Cypher. He
Ooh.
is not ready for the wall hug. But Illinois Wesleyan's still kind of playing mind games. Might walk back into Artie Party here.
Yep, and there's 2.
Some heroics.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't
Oh,
find the spray transfer though as Grievous immediately turns on him, gonna be able to pick that off, and now Valpo fighting a 3v5 retake on this B site.
yeah, it's gonna be really hard with an
Yeah,
operator too.
you're split as well. Johan is on one side and your other 2 are on the other side, so you gotta kinda rely on the swing there, but the util from Sova immediately gonna take out Gecko there, and now Valpo has to just try and consider, yeah, it might be just either you look for a weird angle or you save. I feel like if you're sitting on op, you just need to save this for Johan. You look for
Yeah,
any pick walking to you, but otherwise you play for round 11.
yeah, for sure. I mean, this round is only a tie. Um, alt wise, no one's probably going to get all again out of Illinois Wesleyan. Looking at the numbers, unless someone aces,
Yep.
essentially. They do have Soval for post plant, but alt's getting close here for knives on Jet again. And that Gecko alt is ready. That Gecko alt could be huge for the reflood.
Yep. I I think they have good setup. Like in all honesty, I think Valpo's sitting in an okay spot here, going 10 to 10. They've put it together at least now. So
Yeah,
if you just iron out those kind of loose ends that we were fighting with, I think you're gonna be fine. As you're gonna see a partial buy here from Artie. Yeah, there's the Bulldog regen,
hmm,
and then it looks like Ramon's gonna have the Stinger. But I mean, hey, Ramon's gotten kills off the Stinger, so we take those.
yeah. And it looks like they are going to go see. Chambers is going to be a little late with the setup.
Yeah.
Um, a lurk out of Cypher up into short. Going to run into Johan here. Johan should get a freebie. Oh,
Ooh, doesn't find the shot there on the
should
corner,
get
but
it
finds the
though.
second one.
Yeah,
There it is. Johan gonna be able to trade that one as you're gonna see full push onto site here. Gamer
Gamer
Films
needs to
just
get
trying to
off.
get off.
Yep.
He's off. There we go.
Just
Uh,
don't go back in. Wait for
yeah,
the T.
this is good. You have a retake option now. You're fighting a 5v4, and they used a lot of their util going onto site. So
Looks like
that
they're gonna
is
push it
that
to
is big.
spawn. Artie Party just walks out.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he doesn't find the kill there. As Egg finds a double real quick. They're going to be able to trade that. Prowler coming around the side, not going to be able to land though, as Gamer Film still holding this side. Gets the kill. There we go.
and he's
Finds the
stunned.
second one. There
Yes.
it is. Great retake from Valpo. Huge retake. Waited for the team, even though it was a really, really quick trade. Egg finds the really nice double there off the side. Gamer immediately gets.
Technical difficulties. We lost the microphone here.
Oh my goodness.
We're
Excuse
back.
me. Excuse
We're
me.
back.
Sorry, I stepped on the court. I got so
Got too
excited.
excited.
I stood up in my seat after that retake and knocked the court out. So sorry about that. But no, like I said, really great team play. Really great. Love to see it.
Illinois Wesleyan doesn't want to change anything up here. I'm curious. Cypher probably trips or cages and goes across, so I doubt the op is going to find Cypher here, but
Yeah.
they are just looking to set up and go see. Does
If
go across, but they do stop that.
he peeks
Um,
again, that's crazy.
looks like they're gonna fake util to. Oh, that's not good. That
Yeah,
is
that
very
is going to be
bad.
one down. Artie Party got aggressive there and did get punished for it this time. As
Yeah,
Cypher immediately going to
Gamer
push
Films
up
is
through
gonna get
doors.
shot in the
Yeah,
back.
Gamer Films not looking for the right side. Going to be able to take it out there, and it looks like three of Illinois Wesleyan are just going to push through this mid. Egg drops as well. Johan going to be able to trade one though, and you do have Spike. So now, although you are blinded, all right, Spike picked up back by Illinois
Yeah.
Wesleyan. They're going to push to this B site and just rotate this straight to C
To
because you do
see.
have
Hmm.
Cypher Cam on.
Yeah. Look at the economy. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to buy the op. But it appears Johan's going for this, picking up the Phantom, which is interesting because I don't know if you want to drop the op.
There's the op right there. There it is.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
they're gonna hear this. They're gonna know. They're probably gonna go hunting because economy wise, Illinois Wesleyan is pretty good.
yeah,
I think even if one of them drops, they're fine.
yeah.
So
And if they can get the op out of Johan's hand, or at
yeah,
least force him to rebuy, or force someone on his team to rebuy, I think that's a
yep.
great spot going into the like match point, or not match point, but 2 rounds to match point.
Um, who's gonna be the daring person to check heaven?
Oh, it's
It's gonna
Breach.
be Breach. Breach is
Hello,
probably gonna
Breach.
die. Oh,
Oh,
leg
a
through the
hit
wall, but should
marker.
die. Oh, it doesn't
Oh
die
my
either.
goodness.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so unlucky.
Oh,
That one hurts. That one hurts
that
my
does
soul.
hurt. Um,
All right, that is rough. Taking a peek at their econ though, where you got to see what Valpo wants to do with this. As you're gonna see, yeah,
yeah,
it's full buys and partial buy coming from Ramon. Artie Party picking up the
I like that.
Judge full. I like it.
I
Yeah,
think I like that.
they've been playing so aggressively this round, and they've been walking up through smokes at people that at
Hmm.
that point pick up the Judge and rock. Johan's
Illinois
selling
Wesleyan
all though.
is switching though.
Yeah, okay.
They are looking to slam A. Yeah, they're going through short. It
Yep.
seems.
It looks like Egg's gonna be the only one peeking
Egg
this.
needs to be careful.
Oh, he does get the util out though, so he does know they're hard pushing it.
Two kills away from that fade ult, which could
Yep.
be crucial. Which is
Jump
going to be
it.
a great suck. We
Oh,
need to put the
nice,
util
Johan,
away.
nice. Yeah, we got a
They
peek
are
gun
on
there as
site.
they
We
do
gotta
swing
be
around the side. Egg finds
egg.
the first one. Grievous is gonna be able to trade,
Don't
but
need
Johan
this.
does
Keep
go one for
swinging.
one. That's gonna be huge. You can slow it down a little bit here.
No
Egg
Sova's
knows where
on.
the spot is. Finds the
Yes.
kill on Sova. Egg be able to pick up 2 before dropping there. Yuri now on point. Gamer Film still peeking around the side. Doesn't
Oh,
get the kill
oh.
though, but Ramon trades it out,
Okay.
and that's gonna be a 1 round for Valpo.
We
we
did not need the swing there.
yeah, we did
3v1.
so
We
many
know we know
great
Astra's
things.
flanking.
Just take a deep
We
breath.
gotta relax. Someone's gotta maybe someone who's dead's gotta get through to them. Maybe a little bit of a clear vision. I know the adrenaline's pumping, but you can't go away from the basics. But 1 round here,
Mhm.
it's OT. Illinois Wesleyan's really trying to extend this game, but
Yep,
Valpo with the comeback clawed back into this one.
I like it.
They win this round. We're headed to Lotus,
Yep,
I think.
we're
Yeah,
going to Lotus if
we're
we
going
win
to
this
Lotus.
round.
So I think Illinois Wesleyan's going to play this round very slow. They
Yeah,
do not want to go to Lotus, and that's unfortunate.
that's a huge pick.
Um,
Johan down at the start of this round here.
yeah, Peaky, and I don't know if Johan had the op or not, but if he did, that
They
is
might be walking
very
into Artie though. That's a good sign for us if they walk into Artie.
yeah.
They yeah, it
They're
looks like
really doing nothing. They're just
they're
holding.
solo sending Cypher
There
up
we go.
there.
Oh, Cypher
You'll be
does
able to
get
trade
one
one
though.
for one.
Artie needs to be careful. He's going to walk into the whole team
Oh,
here.
oh,
Need to
oh,
just
he
back
sees him.
out.
Please back up. Actually, no,
Oh.
swing that. Swing it, Artie.
I
Do
think
it.
he knows
Do
both
it.
are there now. He needs to
Yep.
just play very passively because
He's just playing peekaboo. He's
the
just
rest of
playing
the team
peekaboo.
has rotated
Oh
around to
yeah, they
C.
rotate to A.
Yeah, and Illinois
Oh,
Wesleyan is going to go A, so it is going to be a retake here.
this is
Any
rough.
ultimates? Fade ult. That's the retake
Fade ult
ult.
is actually giant for A.
They are possibly leaving Omen behind? No,
Yeah,
it doesn't seem so. Artie should be able to hear this. The rotates are coming in out of Alpo, but I mean, who's
can't
ready
beat
for
this.
this?
Oh, Omen turned right as Artie walked the corner. Artie is now walking in free,
Yeah, Artie's
except he's
not
got to
ready
peek
for
close right,
this.
close right, close right, please.
He does not read this.
He's not gonna look close right.
There's, I
There's
would
no way
bet
he
my
knows
life
Sova's peeking
savings.
there. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
it happens.
this is gonna be a rough one. The ult already dumped though out of Fade. Didn't really get it much use out of it.
Yeah.
I think we gotta avoid util at this point and just go. This is gonna have to be gun skill, you know.
Yep. You see,
We know they're gonna be held.
C2
They
and
are
hell.
sucked. Are not gonna get any. It's gonna be on Gamer Films. Gamer Films is gonna have to go. That spike is going down. That Chamber TP. Oh,
Finds
gets
one.
the first.
Okay.
Is going to go into overtime, so it's not really going to do anything with the economy since it does reset.
Yep.
But we're here. Going to see. Valparaiso was cooking on that attack, so
This
they're
is
going
good.
back to it. See if they still got the read.
No, genuinely, I think we're in a pretty good spot, right? Obviously, you swap it up a little bit. Illinois Wesleyan. That is the nice thing about being defender going into overtime, like especially attacking first, is that right as Illinois Wesleyan starts to get ahead and like figure out what they want to do on attack, you put it back together. right? Like you immediately swap sides, you put them on a off angle here. So I feel like it's pretty good for Valpo. They just need to keep with that aggressiveness, and as long as Johan doesn't die first, I feel like we're chilling.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a pretty similar setup for what defense was for Illinois Wesleyan.
Yep.
Maybe an early rotate here. Nope, just gonna throw sight smoke. Not going to get too panicky, but this is Valpo's time to crunch. I mean, gotta go. I think you cannot wait much longer. Are
Jet no
on site.
dash. Johan finds one on site, immediately knows the breach is to the right as well. Going to be able to peek that. The smoke going to cover it off at least a little bit. Artie Party walking in, and they find the trade. That's going to be 2 down for Valpo, as now Egg is planting on point, and they're going to be forcing Illinois Wesleyan into a retake here. 2 down for their side as well. It's a 5v3. Chamber is rotating back as well to get back onto the site. So Valpo sitting on a 4v3 right now on A objective, looking for a trade. Zitrix going to be able to find one. Zitrix finds the second one, looking for the third one. Artie Party around the side. You know that Johan's in hell as well. The blind coming back out. There's the TP from Omen onto site. Bryce finds Johan as well, and now Valpo has completely swung this. It is going to be a 2v3 now onto the site.
Suck though.
Yep.
No defuse yet.
You have Artie Party. You still play this. You're peeking out a little bit too far. Gamer
Defuse
Films
is
finds the
down.
one, finds two.
It's not
Artie
half.
Party versus Gamer Films.
Wait, it's a 1v1.
Yep.
Or 2v1. Smoke gonna come down. Just
There
has
it
a stick.
is.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good
Oh,
stuff.
what a pullback out of Chamber, out of Gamer Films and Artie Party. I mean,
Yeah, giant.
that was crucial.
They
I mean,
They slowed it down. They knew they had 3 on point, but they didn't hear that spike, so they just played those angles, let them walk into them. Love it. Love it.
that's a 30 bomb out of Johan here.
Yeah,
I
actually breaking the 30 bomb. Love it.
He's doing everything.
He's a monster.
Just needs to
He's a
not die
demon.
right away here.
Yeah.
And Valpo's chances are huge.
Yes.
Rounds where he dies first or second, I mean, I think the percentage of win just tanks enormously.
Johan has been playing extremely well on retake, especially. So if he
Yeah.
can stay alive through this first one, even if they get plant and get sight down, I feel like sending him on the site is our best chance of getting this round in.
Artie is walking up. I don't think
I
this
lo-
has happened the entire game, but it's gonna
Artie,
be
just go for it,
timing.
man. Swing right.
Wait,
Swing right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
one more.
One more. Oh, hey, we take those. We take
that.
those. That's 2
That's
for
an advantage.
And Johan
Yes,
finds a snipe
Johan.
right there. That's it, Valpo. That's it.
Come on. Two more. It is Zitrix though.
This dude is psycho. This dude is
Zitrix has
psycho.
been cold as ice, especially in that first game. Not as crazy of a performance,
Mhm.
but we know it can happen. And look at this. Valpo, what are they doing?
That's a good hold.
Holding.
That's a good hold. That's a good hold, Johan.
Oh,
I
we
like
know
that
it's
hold,
there?
Johan.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
One
Great
to go.
shot.
One to go.
And they're low. And they're low.
And
So with
21
21
HP?
health, this is
Oh,
best
come
case. Let's go, Valpo. 45 seconds left. Again, play it slow. You're still playing for like intel, but now Gamer Films has seen
Gamer
so
Films-
much and
Yes!
takes it home. Valpo
Oh my God.
taking a map win here on Illinois Wesleyan.
This is a first ever. This
Hey,
is
yeah.
Valpo Valor's first ever map win.
We take those.
First
We take
ever.
those. Hey,
That's
and we
a
were
W.
right here to celebrate. We were right
We
here
were.
to celebrate. We still got one
Oh
more map
my
to
God.
go, obviously, but post match,
Oh.
we started swinging with 2 and winning the trade.
Mhm.
We took our fights on our terms, right?
Yep.
Which obviously, that's a very general thing to say. You always want to be doing that, but specifically, we shut down a lot of their roams. We felt like we weren't peaking the leak, or we weren't peaking the lurking anymore. We were sending as 5, and when we were hopping on point, we're playing around Johan, right? That is the biggest
Mhm.
thing, is that Egg. A lot of the times when they tried to answer for gunplay, right, they would go against Johan, and then when they were like, all right, we need to avoid Johan, we'll peek around the side. Egg, Gamer Films, and Ramon were all holding off angles like that. They
Yep.
enabled Artie to just walk up like a psycho half the time, which I love, by the way. It
Mhm.
threw them off completely. That's not me like degrading what Artie was doing that game, but he walks up like a psycho, and you let Johan take the hand stiff peeks, and I feel like Valpo's got a pretty good comp going on.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. I mean, the clawback. We could check the timeline even to see what that was looking like here. The first 6 rounds went to Illinois Wesleyan,
Yes.
and we ended up winning 14-12. Isn't that
Yes.
something?
Wonderful. I mean, I love to
I
see it,
mean,
right?
yeah.
But obviously, job's not finished.
Nope.
Job's not finished.
Job's
We're
not
going into
finished.
game 3.
Yep.
And we will be moving on to Lotus, but we'll get you guys more info on not only map pick, but also character pick when we move into our game after the break. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and Ebbies, for the start of our map 3 of this Valpo series here at Valpo Esports. Valpo going 1-1 against Illinois Wesleyan University. I said Valpo 3 times in that intro because that's how excited I am. But as we take a peek really quick at our next map, we're going to be playing Lotus. Obviously, Valpo had a big turnaround going from a 13-3 round into winning in overtime 12-14, and now moving on to this third map, taking a look at our operator picks. We got Omen, we got Chamber, we got Fade, we got Neon and Raze. Omen Chamber, Omen Chamber Fade been played already this series, but Raze Neon being an awesome set of duelists for this round. I mean, that's kind of why
Yeah.
I like Lotus, because Lotus is really I like watching Lotus. I don't like playing Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Lotus is still my least favorite map, but I like watching Lotus because it enables really weird duelists. Right? You're
Yeah.
gonna see the Yoru come out for the side of
Mhm.
Illinois Wesleyan because there's just not traditional angles you take. You got spinning doors, you have fadeaway
Mhm.
doors, you have like weird angles and offset shots and like divots
Ropes
in yeah
and
ropes and
ups and
divots.
downs and
Exactly. Like
giant sand
mhm.
hill.
Yes,
Like,
which also is why Omen is great on this. You have so many like teleport options, but you're gonna see immediately raised using Satchel to get up to this off angle. Artie Party coming around the side. Artie Party also on Duelist this round.
yeah, very interesting. I was gonna point that out. Played controller and sentinel in the first two. Very,
Yep.
very big switch here. Looks like Valpo is gonna take the hit onto B. That omen blind is gonna be
Ooh,
huge. I
a
don't know if
slide in
Johan's
from Johan.
blind.
Not gonna be able to find it though because he was just kind of hitting the face with that blind there. So they're gonna swing out two. At least gonna be able to trade 1-for-1 though on the two swing. But Grievous immediately gonna trade that back. Ramon and Egg though immediately shot from the side, and it's gonna be a 2v2 onto this objective. You do have
Take it to
Spike on
C.
Omen, so yeah, you just run it back. You know you have pressure. You know where they are. Just give yourself a shot here, slow it down a little bit. I like this. Valpo, a lot of their early rounds that they were losing were just moving way too quickly, especially after making plays. So slowing it down, taking a little bit of time, being able to play this plant, especially in this round one when you don't have as much util as you'd really wish you had. I like it.
Yeah, both omens pretty low. Only issue at the moment, they're playing separated, which I think is fine with the omen HP, especially on the Valpo side being very low. Both are going to come through waterfall for Illinois Wesleyan. I think Ramon's in a great spot. Issue is Ramon has 4 bullets.
Yep.
I don't think he's identified that. We'll
Oh,
get smoked
he
off
knows
here,
now.
but it's going to get ran down. Another issue Valpo's had is relying way too much on utility.
You at least trade 1-for-1 though. Egg finds one and then
Gonna hear
back up
that
to this
fall off.
corner. Oh, there we go! Oh, a little 4K for Egg, my goat. My goat sitting there.
That-
Also, the sheriff bomb takes bomb takes Egg out though, so not gonna keep that sheriff, but
Hey,
you did at least get.
got plenty of money after that
Hey,
one.
that is a confidence round right there. You are
That
swimming in it. I like it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we were watching Rays. I mean, that had to have looked insane. That
Yeah.
was almost immediate after the fall off. The
Yeah.
flick upwards too. And there's like that little lip, like the half wall thing there that you
Yes.
have to hit over because
was
it wasn't
dirty.
through it. I mean, that had to have been insane. Hopefully, clip that. I'd love to see it later because that was crazy. Looks like it's gonna be a full-on brawl here on A. Pretty standard here out of the
Immediately
Rays.
pushed
Gonna
up,
fall
yeah.
off though.
I like that though. You know that Raze is going to be satchelating around the wall, so you just run it, and Johan
Yes.
finds a slide in and a kill for another one, and now you just play around Egg's Phantom. right? You have Phantom regen shield on Egg right now,
Yep.
so if you just play around him for damage, at least care a little bit, you have the smokes up on top, and now Valpo is in a great setup here with 2 drop for Illinois Wesleyan. Right, 5v3 with all 5 on point holding angles. I feel like now you're just looking to hands diff somebody.
hmm Looks like the duelists want to get aggressive here for Valpo. It's going to be a great decision. I mean,
Yep,
this is about to be a 4-1.
love it,
I mean, yeah.
love it, love it. Artie Party with a triple there as well. Now
Yep.
you're putting a lot of money in other people's pockets. I like it.
Going to be a full buy probably here though from Illinois Wesleyan. This is
Yeah,
the eco round. We're going to see what Valpo could do. Johan actually opting for the Bucky with full shield. Interesting decision.
he's sliding. I
But
mean,
yeah, if he
I
can get
for,
on top of them,
yeah.
it'll be great.
Let's be honest. We cannot categorize Neon players as every other duelist because Neon
Yep.
players like if you main Neon, you kind of eat crayons, but that works in your favor because you pick shotgun and you slide straight in, which is what Johan's been doing correctly. I mean, he's picked up 2 kills in the last round, so you gotta see he wants to slide in again. You're gonna see he holds that classic over the wall and then swaps the Bucky and just gonna move in. Couple of chips there. I mean, Johan checking just for the invisible traps there. Gonna use this wall to
Use
rotate
the
back
pivot.
into B side. Yep, and there's the speed in as well. Yuri looking for the blind. Gonna be able to hit
Oh,
the blind on Ari Party as he
Artie does
dashes
get
in,
in
but
though.
does get to the smoke. So you are gonna be safe. Although Johan did get chipped out, so you are fighting a 4v5 onto this point. Egg gonna be immediately pop this plant here in the smoke. Ooh, Gamer Film's in a rough spot here because there are 2 holding that, and he
Oh,
tries to jump out but doesn't get the B hop. Zictrix also going to drop another one there, and now Valpo falling a little bit, and that's going to be a clean kill. Artie actually drops one there, going to be able to trade one off, and they are going to be diffusing, but I mean, honestly, yeah, it's a save round. Just send it. You're not
yeah.
really holding for much. Just send it in, try to knock out any of their buys, which you did
Mm,
knock out Raise by,
yep.
which is actually really nice. I mean, and their duelists not having the money from their full buy is really, really clean.
Yeah, they're gonna have to look to do something different. Are gonna they're gonna force actually, which leaves Fade with 0
Hmm.
creds. Exactly, and pretty much full buy here for Valpo. Besides Egg, gonna be on that regen shield. Pretty big economy round for both teams. Valpo is going into a heavily stacked site here.
Hmm.
Could get a little rough. The neon wall across, everyone is going to make it across, but very lit up. Grievous is going to find Artie Party. Not a great start for Valpo in round 4, but
Yeah.
they are still going to send it on to ASCM. So,
Oh, and
damn,
a
Johan
quick
through the
wall bang
wall?
right there. Yeah. I mean, I
He's going
like
to
it.
get the stun.
And
This
the
is a
slide. Oh
kill.
my goodness! He just slides straight on in there.
Yep.
Precise gunplay. That's what we like to see. As now you trade out 2. It's going to be a 3v4. Looking for this retake.
Oh,
Bryce looking for the tank, or excuse me, the wall bang. Going to be able to chip out 2. But Johan finds his 3rd one and is now pushing back onto the site. You know that the 2 are over the wall. Zitrix going to be able to find Ramon. Was low health, so can't really look for that. Johan doesn't fall for the bait of the Yoru. Yoru still looking. Going to be able to swing this side. Does get flashed a tiny bit, but going to peek back around the corner. Finds Egg, and now it's going to be a 2v2 on this site. Gamer Films. You do have the health economy, but they both swing Johan at the same time. Gamer Films got to look back left. There's Vise. Finds the
going.
one on Vise. You just
Has
need
to
one
play
tap
time.
on Yoru. Yep,
There we go.
playtime, playtime.
Oh,
Oh, there was no
no
need to push that
reason.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that you threw the TP down, so I like it. But when you're playing into Vandal round, you gotta know that this dude's gonna head tap you. So
Yeah.
it's all good. Just a little bit too much adrenaline pumping there. Great round out of
Mm.
Johan though. Does have his ult because of that. Like dropping the
Yeah.
3K there was huge because now he can save on any of these rounds that he wants and just run in with ult.
Yeah. Valpo's economy overall not looking great. Double stinger buy. Definitely want to see. I think it's actually fine for Rays with the satchel, and it looks like they're gonna hit B with this neon all very
Mhm.
fast. So we're gonna hop on board with Johan here and see if he can make some magic. They've been getting caught by the Omen blind coming up through B main, and it appears the Vise wall is actually here too. So they're gonna have to go as a group, or they're gonna get
Run,
Johan separated. Johan's gonna get
run, my
separated.
boy, run, my boy.
He is going to
There's
find one
one.
though, so the
I
separation's not bad. Actually, Artie does make it in as well. It's going to take Heaven
he gets
control,
shot.
but
Odin took him down.
this is going to be rough. They're not going to be ready for this. This might
Yeah,
be
there's the chip.
3K.
Oh,
Egg
Egg
does get
does
it.
pick it off though. All right, you do go 1 for 1 there. You are looking at a 2v or 3v3, excuse me. So it is still even. You're going to look to rotate this spike back around to C
Yeah,
with Omen. I
this
like it 'cause
Yoru ult
you have
actually
Yoru ult just
doesn't
trying
go
to split.
towards
Oh,
Heaven.
behind you. He heard it though. That
Nice.
away, Egg. That away. Grievous is going to be able to trade one though, so it is still a 2v2, but you do have objective priority on C because
Yep.
both of them are going to be rotating through B now. You also have Artie on flank, I'd call it. So if they do try to rotate through long,
They're gonna
or
know this
not through
door
long,
opens
excuse
here,
me.
and they're gonna
Yep,
hear the fade, and the
there it
fade
is.
ult's
Yep,
actually just gonna full whiff, which is
beautiful.
best case scenario. Now they should have heard that satchel, I would think, but I guess not.
They're just playing the
Ult
angle.
though, ult here for Rays could be huge. I think.
Yep,
Yep,
there it
you pop
is.
it to buy time because they had to have moved off, and that's gonna be
There it
one.
is, one. And you still have the Odin spray though.
Oh,
Oh, uh-oh.
stuck in this corner. This is not going to be good.
Nice!
The
There we
push with the
go.
Odin was not
Yep.
the right idea.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, I guess when Spike is down, you need to force
Yeah, you,
something.
you kind of had to force it. Not great on Omen there to to take the swing, but it still paid off. Still got the round 3-2. Valpo in the lead here in game 3, best of 3. So this is the last game. Whoever wins this wins the series.
Yep, I love it. I think Valpo's looking pretty strong right now. They're playing to their strengths, and I like that. They kind of enabled Comp to play super aggressively here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't pick Neon Rays if you're not looking to full send. Like,
Uh,
let's be honest.
I think Illinois Wesleyan is going to look to fight this. They have
Yep.
very safe buy.
I
C
don't.
and B main both in control of Illinois Wesleyan. I mean, they know
Yep.
that Valpo is pinned inside A main here.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, they're crunching from behind. That
At least
chamber
they don't
trip is
have Razor.
way too close. Artie is aware at the moment, it seems.
Yep, it's gonna be
Yeah,
two down for Valpo. Yeah, they're just stuck in
it's
this
just
corner.
not. Yeah.
Gamerphone's gonna be able to trade one, but I feel like they're not gonna get too much more out of this, as that's going to be a quick
Uh,
save and kill there. Yeah, it's rough. Valpo
mhm.
wanted to make a play on A, but they knew that Rays was jumping over, so they didn't have the decision if they wanted to push out quick or wait for Rays to get to that spot. And by the time they waited for Rays and them to fully set up and hold on A, the rest of Illinois Wesleyan just walked down B and C, right? Like
Yeah.
at that point, you kind of just get pincered. So I feel like name of the game here is you need to commit and go. You need to at
Yeah.
least
That
if you
hesitation was
yeah
just not couldn't recover. They got smoked off and then no one was watching the other side. The chamber trip was nowhere to be found.
yep
Didn't alert anyone. So at that point it was too late. This op out of the Yoru is gonna be interesting. It's not gonna be ready for this. Actually
wow
must have had an interesting angle compared to what Rays had.
great flick
I know sometimes that happens where you can't really see someone like that. So
yeah I
not
mean
sure, but not great. Johan is up onto A almost. Oh, close. No cigar though.
it is rough. I mean Johan's been looking for these aggressive peaks, but now he got to slow it down because you still have Chamber on flank, so you don't even have full power here, and without Artie as well to cover like your other duelist side. I feel like it's a little bit rough. Yep, he's gonna speed around the side. There's the TP from Yoru as well. You know that the Yoru shot at least pushed him out a little bit here, so be careful about Vise.
Buys all coming in. Luckily for Valpo, they didn't really have primaries anyways. So
Yep, there's the peak. You got it. And there's the Yoru immediately here
oh,
on the side. Johan just speeding in, not gonna be able to find him, but Egg gets the trade off as well. Gamer Films with the op as well. That's gonna be a huge kill. Force it to a 2v2.
on the
2v2 with Op,
spike.
but oh, he just
Oh
doesn't know
no,
where the spike
can't.
is. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
the
it's rough.
diffuse.
Wait,
He's gonna be able to kill that, but yeah, he just
can't
doesn't
get the
have the
last
shot.
one. Yeah, not being
That's
able to
just
ping
rough.
anymore through like smokes and stuff is rough.
Yeah,
Uh,
'cause you could tell he
because
he had the idea of spraying through at that spike the moment it got hit, but since he just didn't know where that spike exactly was, he just didn't have the crosshair lineup for it.
yeah,
Unlucky.
and there was a stinger as well at some distance going downwards, which is a
Yep.
little rough to do. Probably the worst gun you want in that scenario.
Yeah, it happens.
Taking a look at the economy, pretty much a full buy out of both teams. Grievous or not Grievous, my apologies, Bryce, and still gonna keep the op, which is definitely odd. Chambers kind of like the last duelist, probably behind Neon that wants an operator, but they are avoiding it very well. The issue is the TP is coming fast.
Yeah.
And Valpo, I think, needs to be aware of this because this has happened every time. It's a to C TP or a C to A TP.
Yep, and we're gonna see Yuri kind of hold up behind that smoke there, just trying to look to change the angle a little bit. Johan spraying to just keep them off of that. As now holding this right side, here comes the Prowler, gonna be able to mark out Johan. And you're gonna see, yeah, Ray's immediately boombot right there on the corner. Does not peek the side though, and
Oh,
Johan be able to find one at least with the spray transfer, but a little bit rough. It's gonna cause a trade for 1v1.
Artie is hitting the flank at the moment. This is going to be a rough retake with the op. Going
Oh,
to miss on Gamer Films. They are going to know where Chamber is.
oh my
Whew,
goodness.
close one, but has two satchels to delay this defuse.
Yep, that's
Good
big.
fade
Great
ult.
shot. Yep. Oh, he does find the tip on
Trade
the other one though,
trade
and
comes
Egg is
in.
going to be able to trade
Yep.
that, and that's going to tie it up 4-4 here. Really great round. Great retake from everybody there. Or not retake, excuse me. Great
Post plant.
yeah, great post plant. There we go.
Good hold. Great out of Artie to go all the way into spawn. I mean, you saw Yoru was not ready. Artie also wasn't exactly ready, but still got the kill.
Hmm.
Ties this game up. That was a good round for the econ because, as you can see, it's gonna be rough for Illinois Wesleyan here in this one. They are kind of saving. They could have forced up some. They're not really going to because their last save round went really really well. But Valpo is gonna get aggressive. I think this was the right
Yep.
call with
I
what
like
happened
it.
last time.
Yeah. I mean, you push up, don't give the right, or excuse me, the Rays a chance to set up his arty party. Immediately going to find that corner. I mean, I like this adjustment from Valpo because we've seen that Yoru push that exact spot like 3 times in a row now. So you saw Artie Party and Gamer Films both pushed it together, be able to find that kill, and now you're playing with you're playing with an advantage because you adapted. I like that. You do have Chamber Trip on backside to be able to catch the Vise, so now you
Needs
can
to be
focus on this
careful.
A.
He doesn't go out of range. I believe.
Oh, he missed it. He missed the Chamber Trap. So he is going to get slowed from that and spotted out from it. So now Grievous
Yep.
does get chumped though. Um, yeah, Johan's still sitting on the side. Prowler's going to be able to land.
Oh,
Grievous does find the first one, finds the second one. Oh my goodness. That's going to be 3 for him this round as they push back onto the site. 2v3 coming
Egg
from
does get
Valpo,
one
but
though.
Egg does get the trade. Vice pushing onto this
They're
point.
not ready for
Johan's got to
Artie
swing.
above.
Johan down, 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 down. I
The
don't think he
spike
saw
is
it.
not down. It was a
Or not
TP out of
Johan. That was
moment.
Artie. That was
It was
Artie.
Artie.
Excuse me.
I didn't realize Omen TP'd.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, where did he go?
I thought he died.
He's out.
But he got out.
We take those.
They know Vise is probably not coming through defender spawn, probably coming from attacker side. I mean, this is deja vu.
Yeah.
We've pretty much seen this
This
round
is
play
this is
out
a
before.
preview. This is a preview for next round. Don't worry about it. As we're gonna see.
Oh,
Oh, Egg, you gotta be
Egg,
looking.
you gotta, yeah, we cannot
We
be
gotta
trying to
know
set
that
up
he's
at
there.
that point.
Oh, but there's Vitrix immediately peeking on this side. You did get a little bit of chunk
Does have
damage
oh,
out.
not sure if they're gonna use it.
Oh,
Oh,
just didn't
I mean
find the
that's
head
just a,
tap.
yeah,
Really nice flick from yeah, Zitrix, right?
yeah. I think Egg needed to. They need to play together. Like
Hmm.
they both weren't that low, but Egg
Yeah,
was definitely lower. Needed to be some kind of bait for
yeah.
Artie at that point.
It's just rough because when you TP to that site already, right? The
Yeah,
moment you put plant down, you should be on that box position.
yeah. You
It
should have
was,
already been where you needed to be.
yeah,
You were the first one there by a while.
yeah.
The timeout actually coming from Illinois Wesleyan.
We'll take that.
Interestingly enough, we'll take a look at the economy here. Op coming back out for Yoru. So
Yep.
half force out of Valpo. Raymond is going to be on Stinger with light, and Egg will have the Guardian with light armor. But Artie and Johan and Gamer Films appear to be full buy. So
Yep. I do like though. Just like speaking score wise, Egg is back to where we kind of
yeah,
expect them to be. Egg, Johan, Artie Party definitely been popping off here, and Gamer Films had some really nice ults.
hmm
Ramon just having a rough game, but it
yeah.
happens,
I mean,
right?
Ramon though 6 assists, doing
Yeah.
the job as the initiator.
Exactly. Here's the deal. Ramon might not look the prettiest, but then you look at their bottom frag as well, and
Yep,
Ramon's putting in work. You know
and
what I
that's the
mean? We take
duelist.
those. Exactly. Yeah. So
I mean,
when you're playing Fade, that's all you can do sometimes. Is just
yep.
get your team as much info as they can. But
I mean, Ramon does a great job. Has plenty of lineups. When asked to switch from Overwatch to Valorant, put in the work to learn
true,
Fade.
true.
Memorized the lineups already on all of these maps. Kind of last second. So really sets up Johan very well.
Yes. No. Because we're seeing now.
Gonna have a full fight here on
Yep.
A.
Get really aggressive, but there's all the util. Valpo, if
They
you're
need to.
not gonna move, you gotta move now.
We got it. We
You
got to.
cannot
Yep.
sit in that spot again. Yep, there we go. All right, Vi's still holding that corner, but it looks like they're gonna full
Should
rotate over the C.
here. Should eventually here. That your TP does come
Yep,
in.
there
Yeah,
it
here
is. And
comes
there's
the
a spot.
rotate.
Oh,
There's a
Vi's
Vi's wall though.
holding.
This is gonna be rough. Johan's
Yep.
gonna get trapped. I think those the wires. Yeah.
Ooh,
They
yeah,
are
Vi's
in
now
though,
peeking.
but separated. But the rocket should hold them away. Oh
Oh,
no, that
looking
was
close
bad.
left.
Needed to just buy time for your team to get on site. They are on site though. Not a good plant spot either. And no one's holding the flank. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
the chamber
This is falling
trip is
apart.
on
Yeah,
A.
that's rough. This is gonna be a flawless. Oh no, Gamer Films pulls one out. I like that. All right. Yeah, that was rough. I feel like you pulled out Razor thinking that there was going to be somebody on C because Vi's. You would think that with Vi's full setup and then popping wall and everything, you'd think there's somebody was on C. So you
Yeah.
pop it early, but then when nobody shows up, you kind of have to just force it with there. But you push a little bit too hard, especially when they're not close left. So
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some timer left on that ultimate. Did not need to swing out into it. I see a lot in professional play. They actually don't even end up using the ultimate. They just use it
yeah,
as a zoning tool. I
yeah.
mean,
Because I
that
mean,
would have been fine.
when you hear Razor, that's like scary,
Yeah,
right?
because I mean, it doesn't even have to get that close to you. And unfortunately, Johan is going to get opt right away. So I think
Uh,
Valpo needs to speed up onto B. B has been the success story. I mean, it's a low buy, so it's not the end of the world, but need to get on site.
yep, you gotta send it now. Artie Party immediately walking on the side. Gonna be able to peek this Yoru, get a lot of damage out with the Stinger. Still
Oh.
walking, but Yoru TP in the backside is going to be able to find another angle on Artie on the replay.
Yeah, they do know Vise is flanking. That trip was broken, but I don't know if anyone's really reacting to it. Unfortunately, this
Uh,
Yoru ult's gonna make it very difficult. Egg might find one here, but yeah,
yeah,
it's too
it's
many
rough.
too many places you have to look at once. Gonna be 7-4. Not much investment buy wise out of Valpo there, so not the end of the world. Kind of the result you expect going into this.
Yeah,
Your ult does get pulled out, but 3 ults still for Illinois Wesleyan going into this next round.
yeah. This has been big. I mean, ever since the TP that Illinois Wesleyan took, or not TP, excuse me,
Timeout.
the timeout
Yep.
that Illinois Wesleyan look. Yeah, I've been watching Yoru too much. Um, it definitely they put it together. Like I feel like they've been winning a lot of the early picks. I feel like that's probably why the coach called timeout was to call out that hey they've been walking up A site like 3 times in a row. Like they walk up A site and they get caught there. So everybody kind of pinching that peak as well. And this Yoru holding mid as well with the TP has been really rough for Valpo to try and get a handle of.
Yeah, they are going back to A. I think A into B has worked really well, but they kind of get stalled out. And when Illinois Wesley has been able to stall them, it's not went well. But the ult is going to be popped here for Neon, so they are full committing to this site. Need to be careful of drop. No one goes in for... Oh, I do not like that. Visalt does... I don't know if the Neon ult ran out or if Visalt stops that, but this is gonna get difficult here for...
All the details being thrown out there. Fatal is going to be huge. Vice peeks around the corner, finds first two. Going to be able to trade two for though. So it is going to be a 2v3. Valpo still fighting through the smoke here, but yeah, Grievous is just around the corner. And they just take shots again. You know that nobody was tapping it yet, but kind of in the pressure of wanting to peek that, they just kind of sprayed through smoke and got shot.
Yeah, I believe both Fade ultimates were traded there, back and forth. No, it was just the Fade ult out of Illinois Wesleyan. So they had to press the issue. They couldn't hear if the spike was tapped. So
yeah,
and
I guess you're taking a guess.
You kind of have to, yeah. And they didn't get a kill through the spray. So as far as they know, someone's still on the spike.
Yeah, I get that.
But defense here out of Valparaiso. Hopefully they have a good read on what's happening. Chamber needs to get his util set up. I think, from what we saw in Game 2, they look to find where Chamber is. They try to go to that site.
Yep.
Chamber not as good of his util's not as good as holding the site itself as some of the other Sentinels. His big thing is the ability to have the gun and the op.
Yeah.
I don't think he got spotted off of that somehow.
No, yeah, it's a different indicator, but they do not know he's in the corner.
They don't know
right
he's
now
in the
'cause
corner.
Prowler didn't miss.
Don't know if they're gonna check it either.
Yeah,
to
they're
be
looking
honest.
for orb.
He needs to have told his team that he's seen nothing since that orb has been popped. Artie is about to get killed. Yeah, unfortunate. And cannot be walking around that corner and not checking. The B slam is going to come in. Egg gets one.
Egg being able to trade that. Johan also sees, but just has the util out, not going to be able to find a kill. Johan looked for a couple of head taps. Johan find the first one, quickly swaps over to the second, but doesn't find the shot on Grievous. And that's going to be a quick trade, although Grievous is low. It is going to be 3v1. Yep.
Too low. Too one shot to the headhunter.
Yes, yeah. You got 5 shots as well. Oh, the quick TP in. Hello. I mean, they're just walking around the side. Yuri's going to be planting right now.
Needs to turn around.
This is rough. Indecisions.
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
kind of tell it got a little bit too much there.
yeah.
Charges.
9-4. You know, I don't think Valpo's out of it, but they gotta lock in here. They can't get in their own heads because
Yep.
they saw what they did in the last game. You know, the proof's there. They can do this. They
Yes.
can come.
Yeah.
They can claw their way out of this hole. But you know, pretty quiet game out of Johan compared to the normal, I'd say. They're probably gonna need to look to him to do something. And I think they need to quit leaving Chamber alone.
Yeah.
I think they're just identifying where Chamber is, which is usually C.
There
Good
we
shot
go.
though out
Good
of
shot.
Chamber. Finally, what we're looking for out of him.
There
And
we
see,
go.
that stalled the entire push out of Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah. We weren't taking that shot before the TP before.
Yeah,
But
the
now-
TP
now
was
we're-
coming out too soon.
Feeling a little bit more confident now. Got the shot and the TP. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, Johan needs to just play this corner with the classic. I mean, they're gonna swing ready
Nice.
for it. Is gonna
That's
be able
gonna
to
be a
get
free
the gun.
phantom.
Yep. Valpo now just has to play this man advantage. You know, force the card. Good smoke here. Still need to hold it though. You know, don't want to just let him walk in. Checks both ways with that. That could have been dangerous. Could have got easily blasted.
Time to jump.
Illinois Wesleyan going back C. Artie is
Quick
gonna
jump.
recognize where Yoru is.
I like that. You
maybe-
took a little. Does not have any satchels left, so peeking's gonna be a little bit rough. But you at least have a
Hopefully
little bit of
doesn't-
zoning tool.
Didn't destroy the trip. That's what I was worried about. I don't even know if it can, but that would have been tragic. Good time waste there out of Omen. Needs
Yep.
to be very careful though. Pretty
Nice
low.
TP
Good
from
TP
Gamer Films
out
as
of
well.
Gamer Films.
Egg gonna swing, but swings into 2 there, so that is going to be towards Illinois Wesleyan. But Gamer
Crunch.
Films finds another tap
Oh.
right there. It's gonna be a 3v2 going onto the site. You have to be careful. Just play it a little bit slow. Again, no
Time.
plant is up
No-
yet,
yeah,
and
no
Johan
tap
peeks it
even.
and finds
Oh my.
2 through the through the blind. Excuse me. That's gonna be a thrifty round for Johan. A triple kill after picking up the double after picking up the Phantom.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not the decision we were looking for there. You know, 10 seconds left. Spike hasn't even been tapped. Probably want to avoid swinging like that. But if it works, you know, it works. Maybe, you know, the thought process is the enemy team is thinking they're not going to swing. We haven't even tried to plant yet. So maybe they're thinking 2 steps ahead. I would be surprised if that's the case. But it appears we're going to see a B crunch here, a B hit. Out of Illinois Wesleyan. Probably a very low buy.
Oh,
Early
Johan
pick,
finds
yeah.
a first
I mean,
pick.
It's
There we
all
go.
classics.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just take the rounds you can, right? If they're gonna be saving, you do not want to drop anybody.
Oh, and this is actually funny. Chamber is going to probably find this one.
Wrong side of the day. There we go. There's a spike
Has
as well.
Spike. Might get another.
Oh my
Four.
goodness! All right, that's a
Almost-
lot of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, you at least see now Artie Party rotating around the side.
Welcome to the Lotus ceiling.
Oh, there we go,
Johan.
Johan.
Those are the last ones here. He's gonna just toy with them.
Speeds! Oh my goodness, that's not.
Yeah.
Actually, Johan was the
You
one
know-
person that saved on the round before because it was a thrifty round for him
Yeah,
anyways.
he
so
did survive. So
out
not
of
the-
everybody to die, not the worst thing in the world.
No, would have definitely preferred him staying alive, especially to not give Raze that ult point.
Yeah.
But you know, Ray's still a ways away, kind of struggling down there for Illinois Wesleyan. It seems finally the fight A might pay off for Valpo.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens. You know, Illinois Wesleyan hasn't really full committed onto anything. I don't think this entire attack side. They've kind of pivoted at every opportunity, but that fade grab's gonna be huge information-wise. Just knowing that there is indeed someone there still,
Yeah.
and they cannot leave yet.
Oh, Johan misses the shot with the op there.
Yeah.
Immediately the TP back out, and you're going to see just Prowler for Prowler. Boombot also walking back out. Vi's not going to be able to find anything mid, but Yuri
be
going to
very
take the place, and
careful.
there's the rotation down the seaside.
Yeah.
Ooh, got to be careful with Chamber here. Obviously, you have the door rotated, so...
Ooh. We're spinning a cup. Apparently they're not aware.
Yep, all right, he at least sees it, so now
he's
you
the-
call in team for rotation. Oh, there it is.
Gets
Finds one,
though.
though. That's big.
fine.
Yeah. We'll take a 1-for-1 trade when they 4-man push you.
Yuri's gonna be huge here, though. He's
Yes.
hearing all of this. Is going to wait and flank, I'd assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Valpo
Valpo's
just not know
Valpo's
it.
not gonna know.
This is rough. They
Gonna
just
have
got to
to get
push
on
on.
site fast.
Yeah, they're going now.
Fade
You
ult
can
does
see
come out.
walk straight through your
Illinois
clone.
Wesleyan. Oh, the miss. Raymond does not respond though. Might be.
Oh, it misses
One
again.
enemy
Oh,
remaining.
that's 3 down for the side of Valpo, and
Yeah.
didn't even need the Omen flank for the most part. They just took him down on sight.
Yeah, Chamber got one, did their job, but unfortunately, you know, there's no one else left on C after that because
Yeah.
Chamber has been playing alone. And, you know, as fast as Neon can run, it's not as quick of a rotate as Yoru.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that instant TP across the map to have reinforcement, so...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Illinois Wesleyan almost is playing the game so that they can confirm everybody else, and then know, since they pretty confident that Chamber is alone on C site, they push up mid or they push up A and then they rotate to C.
Yeah.
Right, like since they know it's a mismatch, as long as they can split the map and then cut them off on the left side, it's perfect for them. So if they don't get the entry on B, as Egg doesn't find the kill there, Johan gonna be able to trade one, but immediately 3 down for the side of Valpo. Just 4
Spike
left on the
planted.
point, Spike planted at B. Yeah, I feel like Illinois Wesleyan is just playing a good trade from Artie, so that they can either take B, and if they don't take B, they rotate to C and cut them. They split the map, right?
Yeah.
Like that's every time. So if you can't slow the push on B, all right, if you can't slow the initial push, like the way they get into the middle of the map, it's looking rough.
Oh!
Gamer Films with a quick
That
turn
is-
right there with the op kill.
Yeah.
That's
Not
gonna be
go-
huge.
Not gonna work out well.
Last
Gonna find one in
player
smoke.
walks straight through and
Unfortunately,
turns around.
they're both in.
This
There's
is
time.
1v1.
Has to-
Right. Oh,
Not
it's on the
gonna be
right. It's on the
ready.
right. Yeah, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
Artie doesn't see it. Oh wait, no turn.
Wait.
Wait, hold on. You see him now.
Has to have it.
There it is.
Just doesn't have time.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was even time with the kill, to be honest, but
You know,
Close.
a man can dream. A
yeah.
man can dream.
Yeah, 11-6 here. Only ult for Valpo is going to be the Raze ult. Chamber ult used in that last round. Omen ult close, but maybe not as useful of a tool as the others. And I mean, looking at Illinois Wesleyan, I mean, it's everything but the fade, which is
Yeah.
going to be rough. This is probably going to get dumped here to take it on to match point.
Yeah. I mean,
Time to
Yeah,
jump.
I bet the Yoru ult comes in here.
yeah, Valpo's
clear
just
the
in a little
site.
bit of a rough spot as
Oh.
Vise immediately picks off Gamer Films on the left there.
Johan should get a freebie though.
Yep.
Is actually going to play the
Trigger
timing.
discipline. Trigger
Oh,
discipline. But it's right there. We take 2.
Okay.
That's
even,
worth-
even matchup.
Hey, you held it and you got more than one. That is
Oh.
worth. But Valpo immediately dropping down. It's gonna be a 3v2 going on to
Yeah,
this site
I
here.
think the ult has to come out of Raze probably.
Yeah. Artie Party does find one though. It's gonna be a
It
2 for
actually-
2.
Yeah, it doesn't have to use the ult yet. Bomb's
Yeah.
not going
I think it's
down.
time to party. I think
they're
it's
gonna
time to
swing
party.
this.
Oh.
One
Nice.
enemy remaining.
No.
Last player standing.
You have charge up time on that. Come on now. Yeah, and there's the pop right there, and Egg not gonna be able to find it. Just a
Yeah.
little bit of a misplay after that. I think the moment that they swing, your ult just it goes out the window.
Point.
Yeah,
you can't be
cannot
pulling it
be
anymore.
pulling it because you know both are there. You know, it wasn't Yoru that swung you.
Yeah.
You know, he threw his clone. Like, they're both right there.
Yep. It
So,
happens though.
12-6. Not sure if a timeout's gonna come here for Valpo. It appears not. It appears they just want to go for it. They're confident. They're gonna run into Johan here. Who's not gonna have the operator. I would have loved to see that come back out in this map. I think that
Yeah.
was kind of like crucial for them in the last one.
Who's
Yep.
next?
But just gonna leave him to kind of lone man here. Actually, team does join him, but this Yoru ult is gonna be huge. Ramon does get one though.
He is just spotting and body blocking for Ramon there. Ramon's still being able to trade one out at least, and Artie
Artie
Party
gets
finds
one.
the second one, so
Might
they're
get
at an
another.
advantage. You see the third here. Yoru have
Low.
doesn't win the flick.
Yeah, and they're pivoting away from A, which means that Egg and Gamer Films are gonna have to hold down the B side alone without Johan.
I say don't peek
Yoru
this.
just
I say
lurking.
you let them plant and just let Johan walk up as well. Although Yoru's still on playing, there's the fade ult as well. Yeah, and here's the time where match point ults are gonna be huge for the side
Yeah.
of Illinois Wesleyan.
They're just gonna run it down out here,
Yep.
probably. Yeah.
Johan takes it,
good.
and all that's left is Gamer Films and Vise.
Attackers
Fitting
win.
that Citrix gets to finish this one out with the series that he's had, but that is going to be it. Valpo falling 1-2 in this series against Illinois Wesleyan. Obviously, not all bad.
No.
Usually with a
Signs
lot
of
of the
life.
with a lot of the series, it's a little bit rough, but that was actually a pretty good showing for the first game of the season for this Valpo team. I feel like that was the best showing we've had.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, there was definitely moments. I think they could have won this game. I think the first one probably not. You know, they had the moments, but they just kept repeating the same mistakes. This one, I think they just needed to help Chamber on C. Honestly,
Yep.
I think that's kind of what it came down to. They let Chamber get overrun, and then that kind of opened up the ability to go from C into B, or
Yep.
to just go on to C. And no one else was really there at that point. But you know, unfortunately, gonna lose the series 1-2, but finding the first win for the program after a whole semester, finally, first map win.
There's a
So-
light at the end of the tunnel
There
for
is.
this team, which is very nice to see. Especially, you know, being in the booth watching these guys. I'm always gonna be their number one supporter. So whenever we can take those wins, we take them. But
Yep.
I think that's gonna be it from us here in the booth today. Thank you for all the likes, follows, comments. Thank you for all the support, especially during the stream. We love to see all you guys out. We definitely were reading chat, but obviously these games move by pretty quickly. So on a 3-minute delay, it's never exactly the easiest to respond to you guys. So apologize about that. But thank you for all the support, and we will catch you guys at the start of our next stream tomorrow, which is our Rocket League team.
Yep.
So
6:30.
6:30
start. Yep.
Yep. So we will see you guys then.